I'm
Damn it,
also
Chris.
just kind of saying hi.
We'll see.
Oh, wait. I think.
Are we live? Are we going?
We did it. Star, you saved
I-
us.
I'm gonna take credit.
I needed a woman's
I'm gonna
touch.
take credit for everything. Awesome. Hell yeah.
And also,
Damn.
Joe, I needed to
I
touch
take
you.
full
Oh,
responsibility
All right.
and
It
all
was
the
all-
credit.
It was all the hookers,
Yes,
Chris. You don't
it was all the
understand.
hookers, it worked.
What?
Thankfully, we're
Oh.
right on time. I always start these 9 minutes late. It's a normal thing.
Yeah, it's a
The power of one, the power of two, and the power of hookers.
It's
All right,
true.
I have
Yeah,
the live
that's
stream
how that went.
pulled up on my second screen and muted so that I can monitor the chat.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Yeah, Jesse,
Sometimes-
that chat.
What are we live on?
YouTube.
Let me get that link real
Okay.
quick. That's
The
not
YouTube.
one.
I'm subscribed to you.
Hopefully not.
I
bad,
can't
terrible
pronounce
content.
words this morning. It's 3 p.m.
You know,
Sorry, my
like,
phone.
I laugh all the time about being a voice
4 p.m.
actor who like sometimes will get caught out in public and I talk like an idiot and they're like, "Oh, you're a voice actor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm not acting right now. Now I'm just annoyed."
You're just
Like,
being a
go
normal
away.
Guy.
What are you? I'm not focusing on my diction right now. Like, just how much you're being a dick.
Oh, you're a voice actor? Yeah, I'm not reading a script right now.
Yeah.
So...
I'm not playing
Just
a
a
character. The character is me, and that's a sad state of being.
Yep. Common one.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not sucking dick in a studio for Disney at the moment.
If Disney is gonna pay me some fucking money, I'll suck all the dicks they want.
Yeah,
Don't
Oh,
scare
yeah.
me.
Exactly.
Like,
Money, you got
that
the
reminds
money
me of
mouth.
The blooper I sent in the one server.
Can maybe like one person talk? Like one person.
One person would be.
Jesus
oh, can you
Christ.
not hear anybody? Oh no.
No, sorry, I can just hear like, oh no, sorry, that's my fault. I had like the live stream up and everyone else up.
it's like
All I
just
could hear was just a
Oh.
getting
gobble.
bombarded.
Turn that off.
And then I
Oh,
just like
no.
heard myself. I'm like, oh, I'm the
no.
dumb one.
Oh no, I hate that. Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was wondering why everyone kept repeating themselves. I'm like, guys, you already said that.
We gotta make sure you got it down. Oh,
Yeah, I know from experience that happened before. Like right away when I started like one of these.
just get like an explosion of just all the voices at once.
Oh god, no. So I've.
I mean,
talked
that was a slow day then when I
What-
did it the first time. So
One of the things I hate most in the world is going on to voice acting servers in open calls, and you'll have a whole bunch of like usually like 16-year-old boys who are just getting into voice acting, which is great and cool and awesome. I've been there. I was less annoying though. I was less cringe. They will start
You
talking
say.
about. You know what? I was a precocious 16-year-old.
Ah,
So
yes.
they're all talking about their favorite animes, which are inevitably shonen because 16-year-olds are faceless weirdos. And they're like, they all like, oh, you like Dragon Ball? Yeah, I love Dragon Ball. You love Dragon Ball? Yeah, Dragon Ball. Oh, I can do the voice of so and so real good. Well, so can I. Oh, and then they like all start doing the biggest like shonen battle yell they possibly can, like mimicking whatever dipshit
Oh my
voice actor
God.
they heard from Funimation, and they're all doing it at once. And my like auditory sensitivity starts kicking in, and I want to murder them all. I'm like,
The
oh,
entire server.
You're like, I can't stay here.
Star's been
I
with
have
me.
to go home.
Star's been with me when I've literally done the like ripping off the headphones meme, like just fucking. I mean, not like we've never met in person. She hasn't like been in the room with me
In
when,
the room
when I've
right
done
now.
it. But like she could like envision. I know there have been times where she's like, "That's the moment that did it."
Yeah.
He'll be back in a minute. Like, shit.
It's
I feel
moments
like
like
that
that
happened
when I
when someone
think
was just like, "Where'd Val go?" And I was just like, he just
Recovering.
Needs a
he
second.
just needs to give his brain a break.
Yeah, stop thinking about
You guys
murdering
are
a bunch
loud.
of kids. They're being annoying. And I'm like, yes.
it's moments like that when you listen to their recordings and their performances, and you think, I don't know where you're going in life, but I can tell that you're not going to need algebra.
There are some though that will transcend the cringe and ultimately be like really good in voice acting. No. Unironically, seriously, there's one young man in particular. It's been a couple of years, so I think he's like well over 18 now. I'm not gonna name drop because I was being like really aggressive about cringy teenagers a minute ago, and I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate being like, but now you're great. But there's one young man in particular I'm thinking of. He was very cringe and annoying, and he went on. I I still follow him on CCC, and he does amazing auditions all the time. So I'm
Hey.
actually really, really proud of him.
Surpassed the cringe. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all aiming for, right? You
true.
surpass the cringe, and then you grow a little older beyond that, and then you embrace the cringe.
It's true. It's true. It's the life
Kill the
cycle.
part
You
of you
make-
that
you
cringes,
always
not
have
the
people
part
always
that is
cringe. You
cringe.
can't stop that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Cringe, but that's base.
Yeah, right.
I will
I
never
mean,
be base, and that's not cringe.
You know, based was originally a right-wing slogan that us more progressive-minded folks co-opted. So now it's ours, and they can't have it
Ours
back. So Chris, what's on the agenda for tonight?
Nothing. Hatter's the one that wanted to do this. Actually, it's all him. He's the
Wait, what?
mastermind.
I thought this was your idea.
Q&A.
No,
Don't throw me under the bus.
We tricked you. We're now inviting you to the podcast. It's ours now.
I mean, right, can I just say, are introductions in order? Because I don't think, well, maybe I haven't been in this space before.
Oh,
Neither
sure.
have I.
Yeah, please.
I'm just like, hey, what
Let's
the heck
introduce.
is up? Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, sure, we can do
Drop it
that.
by.
Yeah,
Some people introduced.
Yeah.
yeah.
Would like to go
Chris,
first?
it's your channel. Why don't you kick it off, dude? Take a
Alright.
leadership role.
All right. I'm Christopher Z.
Take initiative, Daddy.
I stole this this channel from somebody cooler, but they don't exist anymore, so it's fine. But hi.
Mhm.
Who's next?
I'll go. I'm kind of like the second in command around here. I muscled my way in like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I'm slowly taking over everything. Hi, I'm Joe, aka Valiant Shadow. I do a lot of writing here on Audio Anomaly, a lot of directing. I'm in charge of all things Spider-Man right now on the channel, and I'm currently writing and casting for Ghost Rider, the next
Oh, wow.
character
Oh,
that I'm bringing in. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Who could?
Um,
Well.
But so yes, Robin, I heard your auditions and they were all wonderful. So yeah, that's me. I also run a channel called Valiant Shadow Productions, where I do all kinds of things: ASMR reads, comic dubs, and what I'm most proud of, my original audio drama, Apex Shadow, which is a cool superhero noir thing that nobody listens to, but they should, because Star is in it.
It
and
definitely
she's
It's
should.
true, yeah.
Yeah,
Pause this
yeah.
and come back later and listen to all of it.
Oh, yeah, go
Okay,
listen
go
to
listen to it.
all the
Yeah.
content. Go listen to all the content
now.
and then come back. Yeah,
We'll be here.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be here. It's fine. You guys got this.
Yeah, so that's me.
We're waiting.
Moving right along.
I mean, I guess I can go next since you name
Hey.
dropped me.
Yeah, there
Hell
you go.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Star. I'm a voice actor, illustrator, and excuse you. That was polite. And
Go on.
I voiced L'Oreal in the Angela the Fearless.
Yes,
And I voiced
Nice.
Kate Kavanaugh in Apex Shadow, so go listen
Hell
to it
yeah.
because it's really good.
it is.
And my castmates are phenomenal.
That's true. Only the coolest people are involved.
Yeah, I don't know about our producer though. He kind of sucks.
Yeah, I kind of
don't
hate that
know.
guy.
Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, yeah,
He
fair
keeps
enough.
asking me to go on this couch, which he calls casting for some reason.
Oof. Yeah, you said 4. All right, let's move the train along.
Wait.
All right.
Who's next?
I mean, speaking of Angela,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's actually a good transition.
I feel like it's worth mentioning. So, hi, I'm Robin. I go by she, her, if that's relevant. If anyone wants to say that. So, yeah, I do voice acting, I do Twitch streaming, I do a lot of volunteer work, and I've been trying to get my voice acting portfolio built up a bit more. I was Sarah in Angela Fearless, and that was a lot of fun. That came out recently. People should watch that. I'm also the narrator in the upcoming Fantastic Four one,
Yes.
which is a way different voice, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's awesome.
It's like Angela was just like, all right, it's just like pretty standard like voice that I do, and it's just like maybe a bit more of like a snark and like more British to it. And then like the Fantastic Four narration is just like everyone here in the Shadowverse, and it's just like, oh, great, cool.
You
That was impressive.
sound like
I love it.
you sound like epic voice guy from the Honest Trailers.
This
Oh, yeah, there you go.
voiceovers.
Exactly.
kind of has those vibes, but like a lot more cosmic and like large.
Yeah.
If we ever need the Watcher, I'm just saying.
jacked man.
Huge Jack.
So yeah,
Alright,
that's my vibe. I go on big range,
That's awesome.
and I love to do voices.
Indeed.
So yeah, that's my vibe.
Hell
Yeah.
It's like an
Glad you're
understatement
here.
for sure.
Yeah.
The range is galactic. Fuck, I don't
It's
understand.
Who's next?
Well, speaking of galactic ranges,
No, Victor, I need to
guess,
talk over you. That's what I do. Victor's talking, so I have to talk. Fuck you, Victor. Shut up. No, actually, Victor, it's okay. You can go. I gotta let my cat
Okay.
out. I know who you are. I'll be right back.
Bring the cat on the
Yep. I'm the person who is skulking in the sewers to take the second place position out from under like a trapdoor spider, and I am working on a few secretive projects for the team within this universe. Hope to at least get it
Oh.
started sometime this next year. Actually,
Hey.
finally. So you guys can look forward to that. My name is
yeah.
Victor, Victor X, and I do enjoy working with you guys on the podcast of the Happy 616 Carl family. It's like an impressive like
better.
adventure to do. And, both writing, voice acting for this awesome team. Hope to do more.
Hey, yes. Oh, we're on to happy.
There's just this guy left.
Oh, yes, the final guy.
He's not
Hi,
funny. He's a liar. He's not funny, and I don't think he even wears hats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We've never seen
I'm
you for hat
not
before.
funny, and I have a very specific taste in hats, which nobody is allowed to see. It's like my own private
Aw.
collection.
Ah,
But
oh, I
yes-
know exactly what hat you mean. You mean like the big cock hats, right?
Oh no!
Anyway,
Is your
I'm the
real
funny
name
hatter. Anyway, I'm the funny hatter, and I'm the host of the Happy 616th Marvel Family Podcast, probably the lowest viewed thing on this channel. But I have fun making it. I'm also I'm also the guy that kind of weaseled myself in to make sure that to make everybody think that they're trying to get to like second in like second base on this channel. But I like to let them think that that's what's going to happen in the future. But yeah, I like to come on here. I'm a voice actor myself. I'm also a writer, a damn good one considering how low the bar that Disney has set their writers' achievements to be.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm here to bitch about comic books. Who doesn't like doing that?
Exactly. That's what I went for.
Did you get a different mic, Hatter? Your voice sounds a little bit different today. Did you get like a different mic?
I am currently babysitting these little Yorkies with a kitten, and this was kind of a last minute setup. So I'm using hinky dinky earphones with a terrible microphone. That's why I sound so bad today.
It's perfect.
All right. Hey, for the record,
respect
I
the
didn't say
grind.
bad. I said different. You know, I was being polite.
It was implied.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to ease me up. You know, he's trying to make me feel good.
Yeah, you know.
Very much so. Yeah.
We're all
Trying to soften the blow.
Yeah.
Trying to soften the blow. You know, I can take it, man. I like the hard stuff.
Me too. It's why we got so many of those hookers. By the way, I don't think you have the lowest view stuff now that there's a second podcast on the channel. I think the Comic Crisis podcast has lower views.
Well,
than
actually,
the,
our original
Should
audio
be.
drama
Thanks,
is
Valiant.
always looking out for the little guys.
Yeah, taking the
No.
hits up for you.
He's
That's
our-
what I do.
He's our personal Captain America.
Yeah, fucking, I'll get up there with the shield. Have you guys played Midnight Suns?
I have.
Oh,
It was
yes,
it's like
I
free
have.
on, Epic
That was
for a
awesome.
little bit, which is really cool.
Did you get to jump on it? 'Cause
I
it's
did.
so
I haven't played it yet.
fucking good.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it. I played it when
I
it came
know,
out.
right?
I
Like,
was a day one
it's so
believer.
awesome. Yeah.
the story is nothing special. It's very anime storytelling, heart of the cards, power of friendship. But that's cozy. That's fun. That's junk food. I enjoy that. Some
The
people thought it
gameplay
was,
is epic.
the
like,
gameplay is amazing. Anybody
Yeah.
who's like, oh, it's cards, shut up, play it. You don't understand. It
Shut up
works.
with your cards.
Cards are
Like
good,
every
man.
other game is like button mashes and like patterns of
Well,
like
because
you hit
Firaxis-
right.
Firaxis
everything's
made
arbitrary.
Firaxis made XCOM, and they wanted people who don't understand and don't do game design and are dumb. Were like, I just want them to do XCOM, but with superheroes. And it's like, you don't understand how limiting that would be. Or if it's not limiting, you have no idea what a nightmare that control scheme would be. They did
yeah.
cards to give
Absolutely.
you a vast array of possibilities for your
Yeah, like,
characters.
A
That's-
lot of different powers for every single character that you play.
Exactly, exactly. It works beautifully. It's no different than selecting from a fucking, like a hot bar. It's just there's a random element, but part of the strategy of the game is managing the random element. It's which is
I
no
don't-
different than a hit chance.
Like, I don't get what people want of like your traditional third-person, shoot action adventure control scheme
Mhm.
from their game when they were
Yeah.
criticizing that for like a team of superheroes multiple times now. Like
Yeah. No, it's
for
it's-
like Marvel's Avengers, for Suicide Squad, like for all these different things. It's like
yeah.
like if you're gonna criticize the traditional control scheme that you want, then don't complain when they change it up. Like,
No,
yeah.
Absolutely, man. Victor,
True.
you're on fire today.
Going,
You need to do
going
this
off.
more
He's way
often.
passionate about it.
Well, I've been charging up this rant for some time of like people, posting their videos of like Midnight Sun sucks, blah, 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 blah. It's just another card game of many. I'd rather play Candy Crush than play Midnight Sun. Blah, 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 blah.
I would have never been able to tell.
Like,
Listen, sometimes I need dumb, easy stuff to play at work. Okay,
Yeah.
don't judge me for my Candy Crush. Like,
yeah.
It's true.
no,
There's a lot of
actually,
that shame complex too, yeah.
you know what looks really good is Marvel Rivals. I don't know.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, it's looking good.
They got like the
People
what, the
are
closed
like-
beta or whatever for what was it?
Yeah, I didn't get in. I'm so mad.
I
but
didn't either. I saw that.
yeah.
Though.
people are like, "Oh my god, it's just Overwatch, but with Marvel heroes." I'm like, "Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's Overwatch that I actually want to play." Like, what do you? Shut the fuck
That
up.
looks awesome. Like, come on.
I mean, yeah, come on.
Like-
Sick as well.
And I'm the one who still likes Overwatch. Like,
So yeah, no, and I liked it for a long time, and then when it transitioned into Overwatch used to be one of the things I would play while I listened to podcasts and other things.
Ah, yeah.
And then,
yeah, just to mess around with it a
yeah.
little bit.
And then Overwatch 2 happened, and I just kind of fell out of love with the game. I can't even explain why. I haven't touched it in over a year now.
yeah, I literally only like 2 of their new heroes, and that's kind of it.
Mhm.
And one of them is Canadian, so I'm kind of biased.
Canadian bias strikes again.
Oh, the whole reason I brought up Midnight Suns was I literally
see, like,
wanted to
syrup?
say that Captain America is really fucking satisfying in that game. I
Ooh.
love
Oh, yeah.
all the shield effects and the armor building gameplay of Captain
Oh.
America, and then like
Yes.
the sound design in that game is so good when his shield goes thunking off of
Absolutely.
dudes. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
When
the
it's
sound
too,
effects are really amazing for like different effects throughout the game's events, different heroes that you get, like,
Mm.
and even interactability with the environment. Like, it's not really as generic as you'd think for a game like this.
Hey, yeah. Sounds pretty sick.
You truly feel the suspense of each moment. Like, it's really cool.
Hmm.
Star and Robin, both of you were in Angela.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Like let's take an opportunity here and pick your brains a little bit. We know that it's awesome and everybody should go listen to it. But what would you say is like
After this
You-
podcast.
what
of course, I mean, live-
yeah, after this, like watch
or at
this
the same
entire
time.
live stream. Watch this entire live stream. Sit your butts in the chair, manacle yourselves to the chair, wedge your eyes open, a la A Clockwork Orange. But afterwards.
Stop it! Stop it! I don't want to watch anymore.
Oh yeah, you do. What would you ladies say is your favorite thing about playing the roles that you did? Like, what was your favorite
Ooh,
thing about
yeah.
the production?
Yeah.
Star, do you want to go first?
No, you go. I have to think. It's been so long
you
since I
think
did my
about
line.
so I want to preface by saying I humbly and sincerely apologize that it took. See, Angela should have came out a while ago, but
No,
I
no,
had
no.
like
Trust me,
a
there
page.
are other things in the way of Angela. What the
Really?
problem? Yeah.
Okay, 'cause
No, no, no.
I felt incredibly guilty because I had like a
No, no,
page
no, no.
pickups I needed to do.
Not at all. No.
And I was just putting them off for ages because I had so much going on. I like
No,
moved
yeah.
house
So many.
and had a bunch of shit going on. But it came out and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we
And I was
did it.
listening back. And I was thinking about like, oh man, I recorded these ages ago, but these are great.
Oh,
I
it
think
sounds
my
so well.
favorite thing about it is the fact that I got a pretty varied role in the fact that I got to do standard narration, which is, always nice to do anyway, because you feel like you're kind of like commentating on a lot of the actions. Like, oh, when the Nook fucking threw his hammer and the fucking golden liquid came out, and what the heck is going on? But then I also
That's
got
awesome.
to do like action sounds and, a bit more intense acting where it's just like, oh, wow, I'm about to get my fucking bones ripped out. Wow, woe with me.
Spoilers.
As you do.
I mean, who's to say who gets that bone?
Is
Who,
it
whose
really a
bones get
spoiler if
ripped?
it's
It's
devoid
true,
of
it's true.
context? I mean, come on. Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd
sorry.
be like that meme where you show like a bunch of pictures, like spoilers for like blank movie, but it's like a bunch of pictures out of context if you haven't seen the movie.
Like, it's
Right.
just the word rosebud on the screen. Like, it's just that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a rosebud.
But then as soon as you see that rose bush, ooh.
Oh.
So I really enjoyed working on it. It was great. I've been trying to share it around to get
sweet.
more people to listen. And it's good. It's good sort of like thing that I can show off as well and be like, whoa, I did so many voices in this cool thing.
did.
And I'm amazed by just like the sound design in it as well. When I was listening, I was like, oh man, this is so like immersive. A lot of very good sound design in there, and I really enjoyed it. I do wish I had pronounced things more consistently.
Oh no! I mean, this is definitely the most complex one as far as like all the random freaking
Yeah.
names and stuff. Like I didn't know how to pronounce half of that
There's
stuff.
the
either,
names
for
and certain
Ethan, so-
things, and there's like pulls out the I-core. It's like, oh wait, I-core. Ah, fuck, shit.
Ethan,
Which one is
please,
it?
English words, man.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
Wait, is it not, is it not Iker? I always
think
thought it
it's
was Iker.
I-core,
Oh, shit.
like
Oh, okay.
I-core. But like I
Okay.
always say it in my head as Ickle.
Right, that's what. Yeah, that's what
I thought it
thinking
was
too.
Iker.
The most
Yeah.
common
Yeah.
pronunciation is not always the one it
Iker,
is.
1977.
Yes, actually. But yeah, I loved it, listening to it, and it was really cool. Like, because like sometimes with the productions that are like kind of long and like I only have like a bit part in it, I'll just like skip to my bit and just be like, yeah, that was cool.
Right.
Yeah, but like with
Okay, full
Angela,
disclosure,
I,
that's what I did.
You know, that's fair.
I
yeah.
am also a
with
rapid
Angela,
user of
because
Control
I-
F. Control
Yeah.
F, Control F, Control F. Yeah.
yeah,
that's
but
it.
because of like how long Angela is, and because I am such a present part throughout the whole thing,
Yeah.
it kind of was like, oh, I gotta listen to the whole thing. And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I would love to work on something similar. Oh, if only there was another project that was really cool coming up. To like,
Ah, yeah,
you know,
what's that again?
We
like,
try to keep them lined up pretty consistently, and when
Oh,
the
yeah.
DC stuff kicks off next year,
Oh, it's gonna go
that's
crazy.
also going to be because then,
Oh, yeah.
then there's going to be DC and Marvel projects happening
heck yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed working on it. I'm kind of sad that
Lovely.
because like before I moved, I had like a worse setup. I had like a very echoey room.
Oh,
So when I was doing the action scenes, I was like, "Fuck, that picked up an echo." Shit, and I was like,
Yeah. Oh, I hate
Very
that. I hate
important.
that.
yeah.
yeah. But now I have like an actual sound booth. So
Ooh.
shit's it's better.
Fancy.
Converted closet. It works great.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts
Yeah.
on Angela. Ew, super pug. Wahoo yippee. Sorry.
Oh god.
What?
Child of the internet.
Poggers.
Buggers.
Buggers. That's a freaking epic.
I was pretty popular.
Literally about to hit the Gwitty.
Anyway, yeah. So Stella, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Tell
what's
us.
next?
Well, I don't remember much about recording it.
Actually, I think I'm gonna take this one since I'm the most important character in
Oh,
Angela.
true,
Of course, the
Namor.
fish man.
Hatter, you don't understand. I am Star's stand, which means I will reach through this computer and strangle you. So
Oh,
how about
great.
we don't? It's fine. But actually, Star, go ahead.
Well, I was honestly at the time I was living out of hotels because we were getting our house repaired,
Right.
and I was under so much stress that I don't remember almost anything I did
That's
during the
totally
time.
fair, yeah.
What did you like about this production? I don't know. I blocked the whole thing out due to unrelated trauma. Sorry. Like,
I don't know, guys. I was going through a pretty shitty time. This is kind of low on my priority list. Anyway,
No,
I basically
I'm being
blocked
entirely honest,
everything
but,
out about it.
I do remember like sitting in a hotel bed, like cross-legged with my computer open, and being like, I have to get this done. Fuck.
Maybe that's what I should do to like
Luckily, I didn't
complete
have to
some
do
of the
any
recording.
yelling or anything.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very
Sorry, who-
low-key, quiet scene, but that's why my audio is so crispy.
Who did you
'Cause I
play
had-
in Angela again?
L'Oreal.
Which one is that?
Oh,
Uh,
Angela's mom. Yeah.
The mom.
Yeah.
The,
Really?
the one who shows up for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah.
scene and
It's
then
amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
flies away.
I thought they hired like a way more mature voice actor for that one.
Oh,
I think.
oh, thank you. No, I am a 26-year-old living with her mother.
You did great.
You did.
Thank you.
Both of
Thank you. It
all
was a
did
fun
so amazing.
voice.
Nice save.
It sounded mature, like, which is good. Like it shows experience.
Angela. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I used my my singing training and went deep into my chest voice for that.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice. Right to the diaphragm. I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as opposed to
Um,
when I randomly contact Star and I go, "Hey, I need you to do a French accent for like 2 minutes."
And I'm like,
That
I'm
was
not good
so
at French
good.
accents.
You
You asked me
did
to do the
so
one
well on
accent
that.
I'm not good at, but okay, bro. I
It
got you.
worked. It really did.
I've got one. I've got one
As long
tiny
as long
tiny
it as
It
long
was like
as you
2 lines
don't
anyway.
sound like Channing Tatum attempting to sound French,
my God.
I think it's good.
I thought it was, and I mean this as a compliment. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. I thought it fit the scene.
I didn't think you would do it. I thought you was gonna
Oui,
use his
monsieur,
normal voice, but he
monsieur
committed.
Osborne.
My
So
French
good.
accent story is I used to work for a place called The Adventurers Reel, which is like like online escape room type thing. And you had to play a lot of characters while managing the game. And one of the scenarios was like you're trying to break into a building, but you need to convince the concierge to let you in. And so they'd be like, bonjour, this is the concierge. How can I help you today? And they'd be like, bonjour, ça va? And I was just like, oh fuck.
You're like, I don't speak French.
I don't speak French. So like,
French, please.
as like a thing, I just gave it to them. I was like, you've got me out. I'm not actually French. My name's Boris, actually. Like, I just thought being French would make me more interesting. I'll just let you in.
improv,
Just do what you want. Do what you want. Yeah, it's great. It was funny.
respect
Fuck,
It was
I
an
didn't think I'd
amazing
get
impression, though. Like a French accent put on. Like, because if I may, Spider-Man, especially episode 2, amazing material. Like
Yes.
right there.
Thank you very
Keep-
much. Thank you.
Like reinvigorate my love for Spider-Man. Like right there.
Oh, really? Oh,
So
thank you,
sweet.
dude.
After,
He was
like,
back in the Spider-Man Halloween costume and everything.
Oh yeah, he's
I-
ready.
I put on my Spider-Man jammies right after and just like snuck them right on.
When I was writing to, I got to tell you, one of the reasons it took so long, apart from my life falling apart for the first half of the year. God, no more funerals this year. Fuck
No
my
more.
life.
Mm.
I hated it while I was writing it. Like it's my story. I outlined it. And I'm like, fuck this thing. And when I was finally done, it took like 8 months or whatever. I was so tired.
James Barr.
I was like, yes, literally. Well, the tragedy of James Barr is that every time he's like, I'll use the crow as my catharsis. Oh no, it made everything worse. So he.
Oh no, someone
Bro.
died again.
This keeps happening. This is cursed, but now it's the only thing that ever makes me any money. So
I had to go to his funeral.
I sent the script to Chris, and I'm like, yeah, it's done. And he's like, Joe, how did you manage to write something even better than episode 1? And I went, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, sure, I guess it's great. And then after I read it, I was like, this is actually pretty cool. Actually, this kind of fucks. I kind of like it. Episodes 3 and 4 are the ones I'm like most excited about, though. Because episode 3 we really progressed the MJ and Peter plotline. I can't wait for that. Summer is gonna have a field day with some of that stuff, and so is Dre. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
And then episode 4 is the Moon Knight team up episode, and that's there's no particular
Had to be
reason why
inevitable there.
this has been planned since like the beginning of the story. Like Chris and I were talking, and we were like, what are we gonna do? Episodes, and I'm like, okay, wait, no. What if we got Moon Knight in there? What if it was a team up episode? And it's. I've told Chris what the plot is gonna be, and I think it's actually pretty cool. It's a fun.
So good.
Yeah.
Joe, the way you said that, it almost sounded like you were a producer, like snorting coke. It's like, let's get Moon Knight in there.
That's actually a moment in episode 4 of Spider-Man. We open on Stephen Grant just being a fucking hedonist piece of shit. It's great. I can't wait. Like, I love playing those characters, all 4 of them. Even though my accent is terrible, but people are that is giving Jake Lockley a Scottish accent is such an ingenious idea. That one commenter said, and I didn't have the heart to tell him it was supposed to be Irish, and I'm really bad at these things.
Obviously, Joe, you were paying attention to Disney's adaptation to where Spanish.
Yeah, where he's fucking Spanish. I don't understand. Don't talk to me about that fucking miniseries. I hate it. As a diehard Moon Knight fan, I hate that series so much. It killed my parents, and then brought them back, which is even worse. Ace, Moonshot in chat? Yeah, how do voice actors keep track of voices? That's a good question. I don't.
That is a good question.
I refer to material.
I'd say that's kind of the best notion. Like, I kind of consult my previous material. Like, currently I'm doing that for some stuff I'm doing for Chris. Is like, reconsulting what I previously did, improve on areas that I screwed up at. Mainly.
Because like voices can evolve as well to an extent when you're doing them. But like, if you're trying to stay consistently with a very specific voice, it's always worth checking like the first take you did. Like, if you've got like a recording like set up where you can just do that. Like, how did I sound when I first did that take that I liked? Oh, okay, it was slightly different, and you can like amend things from there.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling to keep consistent, like just go back and listen to how you did it. Like that's the easiest thing.
Sometimes you can just get away with like making slight changes over time. If as long as you're like consistent going forward, I feel like you can. Well, like this isn't quite the same thing, but like literally was just talking to Chris earlier today. Chris and I had a very big important business meeting that we can't talk about. But
not like Steven Spielberg or anything, of course.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, it's J.J. Abrams. Not J.J. Abrams. James Gunn. Yeah. I don't want to hear your negativity, Hatter. I'm very excited.
Did Hatter just like nut over James Gunn or something? Like, what was
I think it was the opposite.
Roll that back.
But it could have been a very aggressive nut. You never know.
That is true. An anger nut.
That's true.
An anger
those do exist, right?
But we were just talking today, Star, about you. We were talking. I was talking about how much like you've gotten so good at playing Kate Kavanaugh over the year and a half, 2 years we've been doing the show, and it's like you started out like you did great in the first few episodes, but you could tell like you were still finding the character, and then. Like you compare some of the stuff you've done in like episode 8 or 8's not out yet. I haven't even
in the future.
7, like 6 or 7. Those are 2 like very emotionally charged episodes, and man, you brought it like you wouldn't believe. And I'm like, I love this character even more now. Like,
oh, thank you.
She's wonderful.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, if I go back and listen to episode 1 Kate, I'm like, that is not Kate. That is me trying to be aggressive.
And then
Proto-Kate.
And then you found it. You found it with time. Well, I always believed in you. That's why I was like, nah, like let's give this a go. You know?
I appreciate that.
No, it's great, and I know it makes you really happy, and so it's like that makes me happy too.
I guess the real answer to the question is just forget, improve, repeat. Profit, I guess.
The real fun answer would just be like, don't keep track. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Today I might be someone completely different. You won't know until you listen. Oh no.
My nightmare at the moment is that I'm recording for an audiobook, and I've been doing it for a few months now, and they keep changing hands in the charity of who's handling the actual like project, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this. You let me know if you need any pickups. But there's like various characters that they want me to voice, and I need to like keep on tabs how I'm voicing those characters because they're being very specific. So that's a nightmare of just like a project that goes along over time. It's like, right, I need to be consistent with the
especially considering
narration.
they wouldn't know, considering that they're constantly being replaced.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll have to listen back and be like, all right, how did you voice this character? It's like, well, you tell me. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Not fucking like this, butter.
God.
Nice.
I don't know if anyone else does this. I kind of gauge which voice I'm doing based on where I feel it in like my throat and my head.
Yeah.
So like for a voice like L'Oreal or Kate, it's really like I can feel my voice like vibrating right above my clavicle.
That's a good way to remember.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, okay, this is a deep voice.
Well, Kate also involves a lot more profanity at any given point in time, so that also helps.
True.
The fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the amount of swear words does not really, pertain to the strain of the voice.
You haven't tried it yet, buddy. You don't know.
Just you wait.
I still remember recording episode 1, and that final line was
just fucking. You couldn't figure out how to not make it sound like a sexual exclamation, as I recall. We're like, how do I do
and then it got to the point that I was so frustrated that I was actually crying.
Oh,
And I just let myself cry into the word, and Joe was like, perfect. And I'm like, great, I need to go take a nap.
There we go. It's great. And we haven't done live direction since then, but I will be honest.
I think that was a thing once when I was like Harry Osborn for one project was just screaming in the most like brief exposition that they wanted me to like scream out.
You're wrong, Spider-Man!
I think it basically ended up like that at one take. Like, very similar to that line. Like, goddamn. Now I know how he felt.
He summoned his inner Dane DeHaan.
Oh God, no. Listen, we have don't even talk to me about Dane DeHaan. Do you know what? You know what is such a fucking great experience is going in the comments section of Chris's channel under stuff that like I've written and directed and seeing people say things like, this is my favorite version of, like, this one guy was like, this is in the running for my favorite versions of MJ and Norman Osborn, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Like, that's so gratifying to hear. And when somebody
you're good, dude.
Just somebody, I just wish these didn't take so long, but executive dysfunction is a hell of a thing.
Definitely some of
Tell
my
me
favorite
about it.
versions of these spider heroines overall, like entirely. Gwen, Felicia, MJ.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I lost you. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, like this is definitely like my favorite versions of like these spider heroines, like overall, like Gwen, MJ, and Felicia.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's really nice to hear. I'm really proud of the MJ stuff, especially because I thought people were gonna flip their shit when I kind of made MJ the bad girl, quote unquote. But it's like, have you met girls in high school that are like come from broken homes and like deal with this kind of
Apparently not.
Yeah,
and
like
MJ would make like half the cast of Euphoria look like chumps. Like,
no,
let's be
exactly, and that's what I tried to bring. And I'm so glad nobody lost their shit when I was like, no, she like smokes a lot of weed. It's implied she does drugs. She's kind of promiscuous, and she has like zero self-preservation. Like she's obviously a mess. And I really thought that people wouldn't take it well and they'd like misinterpret it and like really come at me. But I think people have like picked up what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And
No, she made Peter Parker cry when she played Cinderella in like the 3rd grade.
No disrespect to Kirsten Dunst. She's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Under a different script, she'd probably be amazing as MJ.
Oh yeah, she was horribly underserved by those movies.
Yeah, she was not MJ. It's like it's like the same thing when you like told me, it's like after I watched Moon Knight and then like Joe was like, hey, actually look at Moon Knight. I'm like, okay. It's like, this is not Moon Knight. And then I go back and like read more Spider-Man. It's like, this is not MJ.
Yep. No, I'm a big proselytizer of the gospel of Moon Knight. Praise be to Khonshu. And I'm like, read actual Moon Knight comics. Holy God, Moon
Read
Knight.
it.
The Moon Knight fandom is so cursed because they are so starved to have any representation at all whatsoever that when that show came out, they were using the most ludicrous defenses to excuse that show. They were like, "Oh, Moon Knight changes all the time," and it's like, "Shut up! That's disingenuous. You know that the character has reached a certain cultural zeitgeist in the last 20 years. We have a generally accepted understanding of who the character is, what he's about, what he represents. Like, it's been a pretty cohesive story for for many years now. Do not be a disingenuous fuck. You just wanted to see cool Moon Knight shit, and it's not what you wanted. So now you're like retroactively going like, no, I'm happy though. I'm happy. It's great.
They're Phantom Menacing.
Yeah, I like the Phantom Menace though. I like all three movies. I think they're all good movies, and I will die defending them.
I'm on the same boat, but it's like trying to trick yourself into thinking like. I mean, there are definitely flaws with the movie. I mean, I love it because it's nostalgic to me, but it's like there are definitely flaws in it. But you're trying to convince yourself. It's like, oh, it's actually like the best thing ever because blank. It's like, okay, look, there are objective things and there's subjective things. There's a lot of objectively bad things in here. Not to say that it's not bad or it's not entertaining, but there are things like you can do properly, and then there are things that you don't do properly. And it's like, but no, go eat your Jello, and here watch or read something better like Moon Knight. Here,
hey, oh man, I'm still in shock that Chris cast me for that. It's so funny how many things. You're insane. There was at least one dude I remember very vividly. Like I listened to his audition and I went, "Oh, I'm fucked." Okay, that's that guy. So when you were like, "Oh yeah, you want to come on and play Moon Knight?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" And then it led to me writing a whole bunch of things, and here we are. So,
no.
God, you ever think about what would have happened if we?
I don't even want to know. We'd be done.
Oh man. Victor, you're working on X-Men right now.
Yeah, I am.
How's that coming along?
The script is actually within completion, at least on its first draft. And
you do multiple drafts, you psychopath.
Yes, I am. I would consider myself a masochist, so that's my personal label.
Zack, I bet you anything, Zack Snyder, if you said like, yeah, it just went through multiple drafts, and then Zack Snyder was like, "What's a draft?"
Explains so much.
Like when it's cold, like.
Well, yeah, you open it on a dark and stormy night, as you do.
A drafty, stormy night. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you do every single time.
A draft and stormy nights, and everybody's crying and weeping and hurting each other, and they all have ripped abs, and it's in slow motion. I got it.
Real gay. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out how gay this is getting. I'll be right back. Actually, my wife just got home. I just got to say hi and then
All right.
keep it going.
Also, this homophobic character was the hero this whole time. So says Zack Snyder.
I gotta go, guys. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for coming. We'll talk soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
I love her. I wish she could have stayed longer. She's really cool.
Yeah.
I hope she comes to
That's
more of
amazing.
these.
That'd be so cool.
I've been working
That
with her
was
a
awesome
long.
to have.
I've been working with her a long time. I have a lot of respect for that girl. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna mute. I'll be back.
But yeah, the first one of the solo stories that like me and Chris had worked on, like it was unfathomable because like I get that like everyone's been waiting for X-Men for some time, and like the MCU I have taken forever, and I don't have the excuse of like juggling rights issues or dealing with COVID-19. Well, actually, I had to do it. It was COVID-19. Goddamn.
No.
Everyone did. But yeah, I did not have the same kind of excuses as like Disney did when it comes to these things. But I did have my own stuff, personal drama, and the fact that like I had not really worked on the same number of stories as all these other people had. As well as plans like changed and shifted, though at least now I know that I have a structured idea going forward. And the X-Men will not feel as disjointed for you all, really. Like this
Yee.
is for all of you in the end. So I just like I want to make sure that you all like get the X-Men story that like both that I am interested in making, but also that you hopefully all will like and enjoy.
It's not going to have any confusing timelines in it. Is it?
Inherits of the X-Men.
Look at it this way: it will not be as confusing as the weird further juggling of the timelines of Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's bad.
Oh, okay.
So you will at least not face that. I learned from their mistakes with stuff. The year differences are shorter than they were in the reboot X-Men continuity, where they were jumping to different decades just to, I don't know, just play, the particular hits of those eras. Of just like remember Star Wars in the movie theaters, the original trilogy. Well, here now the X-Men go to that and comment like they're movie critics decades later.
I was just about to ask: does your X-Men story end with like half of the X-Men going into the future and the other half going into the past?
Does it? That part is not actually true, but there is time travel though. Yeah, like there's like a lot of staples of the X-Men. I want to like cover my bases there in order to like truly feel that they're a part of this world and they feel like the X-Men. Like they truly feel like they go across the board with that in ways that like make the mutants feel like a big part of this universe. Because so far, they're minimal. I want them to sort of enjoy the love of the MAU that everyone else has had so far.
I still love that the X-Men are coming back now, because for years and years now they've tried phasing them out, like awkwardly, like putting them under the desk and being like, oh, but guys, the Inhumans, look how cool they are. It's like, I don't give a shit about some monarchy on the moon. Give me fucking Wolverine, please.
Yeah, the Inhumans.
Don't you guys want to see the guy?
Ideas, but like, trying to force them to be the main thing was what sucked. Really, as an idea, like sure.
X-Men at home, X-Men at home,
was
fucking
cool, but like,
what
doing
like
other
Marvel
stuff,
Studios?
like,
Marvel Studios is like, we can't show you the X-Men, but we do have something that's like the X-Men. We have a guy that he can't talk, otherwise he'll kill people, and then we have his wife who can use her hair like snakes, and then there's like a guy who can like see like kind of into the future, but it's not really. I mean, that's kind of like the X-Men. You guys want to see that? No. Give me,
it doesn't help that like
give me Wolverine.
Even for the 11, Inhuman, like even for the 11 Inhuman fans that existed, they weren't doing any favors of advertising the team that
one
was
for each Inhuman
supposed to replace. Exactly, it's for the fan of each royal family. Like they didn't do any favors by advertising the team that was supposed to like replace the X-Men with the cheapest form of like a TV show to replace their movie idea,
and like, somehow it looks cheaper than Agents of Shield.
AOS has given their full budget to the point where reviving it for Disney Plus, no joke, they actually said this, would be more expensive than any of the Disney Plus shows that they've done thus far.
That's
what?
That says more about the other shows than it does about.
It says a lot about AOS of like damn, they actually use a massive amount of cash for their stuff. Like goddamn.
But I'll tell you what, I never liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that much because this sounds weird, but it felt like what it was, which was a network TV show. And it really, really hurt it for me. I couldn't get into it. I liked
I don't think you're wrong. Because like almost every episode, it kind of seems like they're limited, not just because like they're secret agents, but it's like because of like the sets and like the kind of ideas that they're tackling, especially like with the Ghost Rider season.
I mean, that was actually my big example. They had Robbie Ray is the worst Ghost Rider. My man Danny will never get love and respect. That's why I'm adapting him. God damn it.
Danny Ketch.
I fucking hate Blaze so much just because he's so overused and he's the least interesting, I think.
Yes, I'm the Ghost Rider. I'm not Nicolas Cage.
I just real quick, because I have to rant about this because I feel very strongly about this.
Yes.
What do you think feels more compelling? I'm a motorcycle stunt driver, carny guy, and I sold my soul to the devil to save my dad from cancer, except the devil said, lol, and threw a vengeance spirit at me. Or, like,
You
hey,
didn't tell me not to kill him with a truck, though.
or like, hey, yeah, I'm this 20-something guy. I'm a giant scaredy cat. I just, my sister ended up in a coma, and I bled all over this strange bike, and I barely know what's going on. But at night, I turn into a demonic superhero, and I fight demons and kidnappers and ninjas and shit, and try to navigate a strange mystical conspiracy while people keep trying to kill me because they think I'm something I'm not. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more to Danny than there is to Blaze. Blaze has one story, and it's I'm dogged by the devil and I'm sad.
You know that's not really too far off because I kid you not, every other Ghost Rider quote unquote story that I've read, it's Ghost Rider. It's never really Johnny Blaze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Robbie's cool, but I don't like Robbie. He's not a Ghost Rider. He's in and I don't just mean the car. It's like his whole aesthetic is not Ghost Rider. His power set is barely even Ghost Rider. Like, it's,
it kind of feels like if Hot Topic got control of Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Like, Robbie's a fun character. I read
It does make me think of the dynamics of, or the perceptions of alter egos in comics, where it's like, okay, you got your Spider-Man and your Peter Parker, both iconic, both recognizable. You know what Peter Parker is about. And same with like Superman and Clark Kent. Like, oh, Clark Kent is a reporter, blah blah blah. Even like other Marvel characters, like She-Hulk, it's like, oh, she's a lawyer. Like, she does shit. But when I think of Ghost Rider and then I think of Johnny Blaze, I think what does he do? Like, what does he actually do when he's not Ghost Rider? He's kind of bums around.
He's an out-of-work circus clown.
Yeah, literally. He's a drifter. That's what he did. Like, when he so at the end of his original run in the 80s,
that's the difference. Robbie has a life, like, outside of,
yeah.
Well,
let me my original point was that, because I just got ass mad because I hate the everybody takes from Danny, but nobody ever adapts Danny except having him be a small child in Spirit of Vengeance. But anyway.
I am the Ghost Rider.
Yep. But
well, I'm gonna have your job one day. Well,
like,
days.
I don't dislike Robbie. Like, I actually think he's cool. I just wish he was more like an actual Ghost Rider, which is what they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm like, okay, so much about this is dumb, but I can fuck with it. I'm here for this.
I preferred the car, frankly. Like,
and
a car that, can burn people with its mere touch is probably more dangerous with an entire surface area that can crush you into flames.
Yeah, here's my counter argument. Motorcycles look cooler.
Hey, it's true.
If you're riding a motorcycle, they get... No, shut up. If you're riding a motorcycle, they can see your flaming skull trailing behind you, along with the flaming wheels of your butt. I'm sorry, it's just objectively cool. Whoever was like, it's Ghost Rider, but he's gonna drive a hot rod. That takes away literally half of the coolness of Ghost Rider.
As someone who rides a motorbike, I'm desperate to try and incorporate some kind of Ghost Rider aesthetic into it.
Yes.
Like, can I
You
have
should actually
something
come over here
trailing
in
off my
Canada.
helmet?
We actually have a real Ghost Rider.
One of our co-hosts on the podcast, Kane, if you guys listen to him, I know two of you are forced to listen to him, but
who's that guy?
Yeah, I know, right? He actually has a
I'll
pretty
send a
badass...
link in the chat for you if you want a Ghost Rider helmet here in Canada.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But he has a pretty badass Ghost Rider costume. So what he did was like he got like his own. I'll see if I can have him like send a picture later. But like he had like his own like leather attire. But the helmet he had it. I think he had it like especially made like it's a motorcycle helmet with like flames on it. So you can
But
actually see the skull, and then everything else is like encased in the flames. But it's
it would
not
be
a
sick
bad
if it was
cosplay.
like glow in the dark as well.
Oh
That would
yeah,
be
now
so
we're talking.
cool. Now I gotta go talk to him. I gotta go blow him. It's like, Kane, wake up! We got
The
work to
problem is,
do.
though, that
When-
with motorbike helmets, you should, like, for safety reasons, you should replace them every, like, year or two because they
Mhm.
do erode on the inside. So it would suck if it's like you have this sick ass helmet and it's like, ooh, well, it's past its time.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny part. He doesn't have a motorcycle.
All right.
Oh,
well,
there we
well,
go.
fuck it then. Like he's
All
fine.
right. Yeah. But no, like just all I wanted to say about Agents of Shield and Ghost Rider was just that I found it fucking really annoying that the coolest fight they were gonna have with him was against that. What was the name of that guy who his power was fire related and they fought for 2
His
seconds?
Uncle Eli.
Oh yeah,
No,
he
the
was
other
just
guy.
he was just a ghost, wasn't he?
No, the other guy. He was another. He was a metahuman who had the ability to fucking like touch things and just like or
Oh yeah. No, I know. It was another
Oh.
fire
Inhuman in the
power or
series.
something
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
he was just some jobber. He was some villain for the thing, and they were building it up like it was gonna
Back
be
in
this
season
big.
3.
Yeah,
Yep.
They were building it up like it was going to
And,
be this big conflict, and the battle is, I think, he throws a fireball at Robbie. It does fucking nothing because, of course, it fucking doesn't. And then, like,
So,
and
well,
then
that's all I
Robbie
got.
just like slings a chain at him, and they cut away. If I remember right,
Bro,
they just
come
cut
on.
away. Like you don't see the fight.
No.
Robbie just comes
know-
walking on screen with the guy like tied up in chains, and I'm like,
Come on.
are you fucking kidding me right now?
That's my favorite thing in movies and TV shows. Is like when you're about to see like a really cool fight takedown, and they cut away. Because it would just be too epic for us to watch.
Yeah, then don't write it into the fucking scripts.
Right.
Like
it's less about
So-
effects though, and more just about censorship. Like they
Yeah,
promised
well-
more brutal Ghost Rider stuff.
And
Or
you ever
canceled
notice
series.
like every time like somebody has like some kind of like whip like weapon, especially a chain, they always have to jump in the air as they're whipping somebody.
because it looks cool.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
I
That
still
was a
love that one of my favorite tidbits about Ghost Rider is that, like, I'm big in fighting games, and I was really excited when he got announced for Ultimate Marvel
MV3.
vs. Capcom 3. Yeah,
wow.
he's sick in that game. He's got the best
Yeah.
theme.
He's
Like,
Yeah, great
fucking-
theme song.
he is-
God,
great
so
theme
good.
song. Really cool.
That-
Love Marvel.
He
Well,
is
even though I only
overpowered as fuck, and I play as him every time
no,
if I
he's
can.
actually quite low tier. Sorry.
We're gonna. Oh,
Okay, so if he's low tier, if Ghost Rider is low tier in Marvel vs. Capcom, then why do I always win as him?
Maybe you're not playing people who are very good.
Oh,
Yeah, or maybe
No,
you're
that's
just
a
awesome.
possibility. That's a good possibility.
But I
your
was gonna
favorite tidbit?
So even though I only play as like Capcom characters, I still love Ghost Rider in that game. But it's really funny that in Marvel Infinite, where he's also in that game, his penance stare is hilarious because in Ultimate Marvel 3, he does the penance stare. It like zooms into his eye, does a bunch of fire effects, and there's like cool sound effects. It goes like, and then you like crumple to the ground. He's like, "Have a nice death." And it's just like, "Fuck yeah!" And then in
Oh, that's
Ultimate 3, like he grabs you and he's like, "Look into my eyes," and it's literally just like PNG of Ghost Rider's face for like 5 seconds. It's just like, it's so funny. Like, why did they think that was fine?
It's so dumb.
Stupid.
that's
They're
amazing.
giving the fans what they want. Oh my god! That it reminds me exactly of like the scene in the second Ghost Rider movie, Spirit of Vengeance, where like he's showing that he's doing the penance stare, and like all they do is just shake the camera really fast while there's like no effects as like he's just performing the penance stare. It's like it's like, oh wow, is it going to show him like the soul coming out? It's like, no, it's just the camera shaking. That's it.
It's so weird how sometimes they'll do it really well. It's like the penance stares, like, oh yeah, they understand, they get it. It's like, oh yeah, like it's cool and traumatic, and like it's gonna fucking kill this dude.
Yep.
But then at other times they're just like, I don't know, he's just kind of staring at them, isn't he? Like,
Why is he looking at me like
yeah,
that?
just looking.
Yeah,
Can you like
definitely
look
affected.
the other way, please?
I just hate one thing I hate about the penance stare is that nobody seems to be able to agree definitively on what it does anymore.
No, nobody knows.
Because originally when Danny had it back in the 90s, it was just you felt the pain of all the people you've hurt. So if
Right.
you were like a relatively like good person who like just all the things that you did, like, and I think it's implied that it's like, Like you have
Well,
to
that's
do
what-
some
that's
like
what they
fucked
did
up
in-
shit for it to count. You know, like it's not
that's
like
what they
you
did
were
in one
rude.
of like the cartoons for like I want to say like Fantastic Four or X-Men, to where Ghost Rider comes in and he
Hulk
does
had
the
a
Penn and
proper
Stare.
crossover.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Hulk. It was Hulk, and like he
Yeah,
does the
Hulk
Penn and
was the only
Stare on
time it appeared.
Galactus, and then like yeah, he's like, my
Oh no,
work
that
is
was
done.
Fantastic Four. That was
Oh
Fantastic
yeah, it was
Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yep, because they were trying to get a Ghost Rider cartoon made, so they put Ghost Rider in like I think like every show at the time in that Marvel.
That's
Action Hour
right.
continuity. So they were planning a Ghost Rider cartoon, and then it fell through.
Well, it only ended up being 2 of them, which is the same as Daredevil, who was also planned for a show.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. God, I want to live in that timeline. But
Man.
it was just like, so it's like implied like if all you did is like I don't know, you were rude to somebody once.
Feel
like,
their pain.
Yeah, you're fine. But like unless you were rude to waitstaff, in which case you should suffer.
Feel their pain.
You know, or retail workers. Fuck you, die.
You just feel the pain of like losing your check and like starving for a week.
like they're so they kept. It's like it didn't kill you. It didn't destroy your soul. It just made you feel really bad. And I actually think that is so much better because you could survive it,
it's like
and then you could
depending on
explore
the person.
like what would it do to you afterwards. Like the only way the Penn and Stare would kill you is if you were so shaken by feeling the pain of your victims they were like, I need to kill myself immediately. Like that's you know. And then when they launched a new comic with Johnny in the early 2000s, they were like, all right, for no reason, we're just going to make him look like Danny and have Danny's powers. And we're never going to explain it. Like, Johnny literally goes, wow, this doesn't fucking make any sense. And then they just it never will. That's just you now. So we're acknowledging this other version of the character was cooler and more iconic, but but fuck him though. We're just gonna marginalize him for decades. But it's okay, Danny. I'm your one defender. I will bring you back and give you proper recognition. And the great thing is I can do whatever the fuck I want because nobody respects 90s Ghost Rider anymore. Nobody cares, so I can do whatever. It's gonna be great. But yeah, now the Penn and Stare does whatever the fuck they want it to do, and it's so mad because it was such a simple but awesome power that it had so much storytelling potential. And it's just been ruined, I say. And it just makes me mad. But yeah, fuck.
The agony.
I'm sorry. It just makes me mad. Like it's up there with like reading Spider-Man, right? That being a Danny Ketch fan is almost on the same level of being a Spider-Man fan. It's that bad. Like, wow, for the last 20 years, this character has just been nothing but shit on. Mostly everything's terrible. God, I can't. But the audio drama will be cool. Especially especially because Robin's probably going to be in it in some capacity or another. I can't promise what it'll be.
It's funny that it's funny that you say that because like where you say like everything is like crap now. It's like I feel like that's the curse of like actually doing research and becoming a comic book fan. Is like because me as a kid, like growing up, you see like all these cool characters like X-Men, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. It's like, oh wow, these movies are like fucking awesome. And then you start doing the research, it's like, oh no, please don't. I like these movies, please.
My favorite was,
please take it back.
Superman didn't murder all these people.
Yeah, right. Sometimes it's God. I feel so bad that there's an entire generation of people who got their conception of what Superman is from Man of Steel.
God, please don't remind me.
It breaks my heart, and it's not elitism. It's not like comic book fan gatekeeping. The morals and the story and the vibes that you're getting from those movies.
It's just straight up terrible morals. Like it's not just a case where like hey, I'm picky about this thing of like being a comic book nerd, and more like, oh God, is this seriously what people are looking up to? If civil society, like there's a big difference between pedanticism of like your normal comic book shit and like that level of this is legit. Nobody should base their inspiration off of this like at all.
Oh no, I always say, because like, you know, most people go through an arc. I feel when you're young, you're like, Superman is dope, and then when you are like a teenager, you're like, Superman is dumb and awful and corny, and I like superheroes that like just kill villains all the time, like whatever. And then my favorite Superman is Injustice Superman, and then
Yeah, I want a
It's the
dictatorship.
best Superman ever.
which is super dumb when you consider the fact that Injustice is all about how much that kind of Superman sucks. And still it's terrible because people are like, oh, it's my favorite Superman. Anyway, and then I feel like when you get like to be a little bit older, you come back around, you come back full circle, you've completed the journey, and you're like, actually, Superman is dope as fuck. And I wish to God that he were real. Like,
Right.
Superman
I
is
just
awesome.
stage
Superman
two.
is the superhero,
Yes.
and these people suck for making them.
Every time I see some jobber on Twitter that's like, I hate that Superman, like, what is it? Because there was like, wasn't there an image released from the behind the scenes of Superman pulling an actual cat from a tree? Or was it just discourse? But like, people were flipping out over the idea of like, Superman better not pull any cats from trees. And I'm like,
Come on.
That's-
Go fuck yourself.
I wanna be a hero.
that's, I need exactly that. I need
Yeah.
So
Superman.
far, it was mostly like him taking, you know, like hanging out with small kids, you know. That kind of
Whomst.
thing.
Whomst?
Oh, AJ.
It's
Oh, AJ,
Hey,
make
welcome,
your hair.
Welcome.
The party may start now.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna tag out then. So yeah, Hedgie McHedgie, you can stay. I'm gonna bounce.
Ouch.
His name is Edgy the Hedgy.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for. No, I've got to go. It's like past 1 a.m. here.
Oh,
so,
Oh, no.
Uh,
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that's definitely
You've been a
did that.
delight. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much.
Yeah, no problem. I'd love to join more again sometime
We'd love
if there's
that.
more opportunities. But yeah, you guys have fun. Take care and fucking whatever.
Have a
Yeah.
great night.
Nice meeting you for 2 seconds.
Sorry. Stay around. Have a good one.
Funny because AJ generally sounds really good, but his mic right now is an affront to humanity. I don't know what's happening.
Oh man, my
He's
You
a
sound
god. He
super
has an echo.
He
You
literally is
sound
a god, yeah.
super echoey. Like it's actually like pretty bad, bro. Like,
oh god.
No, it's just him as a god.
No disrespect,
voice
bro,
from
but you
heavens.
sound like terrible.
yeah, you sound like you're
Just
like
hanging out in Asgard at the moment.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's in Asgard.
Yeah, my mic is not good. Let me see if the stream picks it up.
Oh no.
I don't think the stream picks it up.
Okay.
Weird.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
There we
I'm
go.
just gonna. Oh, what's that?
Oh, what?
Oh, I thought somebody said something, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just yawned.
That's all right, AJ. I'm not gonna fire you. I know what your actual mic
You
sounds
can
like.
stay
You're
around
fine.
for now.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get a new one soon. So
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I only recently like cleared up my mic. I think the last 2 streams. I think not 2 streams. In that case, it was podcast.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I was confused both times, like multiple times throughout this live stream. If anyone rewatches,
The by the way, do we have hold on, I'm trying to see if we have anybody. Okay, no, we don't have any new questions or anything in chat.
yeah, I've been periodically checking it over time. Like
Oh,
stuff.
That's
That's the
fine.
earlier
We'll-
voice acting question. That
no one's watching. We're free to do whatever we want.
Exactly.
Yes.
We can make our own fun.
And you know what?
yeah.
You know, it's something I noticed. We haven't actually talked about Deadpool and Wolverine at all.
Yeah,
What's
they're the
that?
ones in the thumbnail.
Yeah. So has everyone
Yeah.
in this call seen it but me? Is that what's happening? Okay.
I have actually
AJ,
seen the
did you
movie,
see
and I thought that I'd be leaving once this was brought up until I recently did see it.
Ah,
like, 2
there you
days
go.
ago.
There you go.
Shit. I should see if a torrent is available yet, and then I
Just
can
watch
like,
it right now. Just in the middle.
watch it right now. And rush back.
Come on, guys. We'll give you a second.
I mean,
Just give me
I
2
should-
hours of time, and I should
Yeah.
be able to comment on this thing.
I'm sorry.
Guys,
I'm not.
keep going. I'll be right back.
I'm not talking about piracy publicly on this live stream. What? That's crazy. I was
What could
being
that be?
sarcastic.
He's not talking about piracy. He's
Well, I'll have
talking
you know
about
that
Alien
I was legally watching Blade Runner 2049 earlier.
I knew
Yep.
it.
And,
Why would you legally watch
but the whole thing was that the Netflix wouldn't load it properly, so I wasn't able to finish it.
Oh, that's so weird how that happens.
Yeah,
What the
whoops.
fuck?
Yeah, I can't believe Netflix would do that to you.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man.
Crazy. Such a shame.
Or Netflix, like goddamn. Yeah.
I heard it described once as making your own Walmart, and I was like, that's amazing.
I guess the only spoiler I did give during the stream earlier was that yes, the timelines continue to be more confusing. They topple down on worse nonsense for this.
There was a video that I saw earlier that kind of changed my perspective on the movie a bit, and it mentioned the X-Men timeline. And X-Men, admittedly, was a blind spot for me. But I'm like, you know what? I want to see this new movie. I'm gonna watch all the X-Men movies.
Hell yeah.
I know that they did some stuff dirty. I know that Dark Phoenix. I know. I didn't bother with the last. I didn't bother with Dark Phoenix. I didn't even touch that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude! When I went to go see that movie, my mom, she was like, "Oh, let's go see Dark Phoenix." I'm like, "Do we have to?" And I was like, "I really like Jean Grey." Well, I don't like this Jean Grey.
Yeah, yeah. And stuff with especially
the
stuff in the Last Stand was there's some goofy stuff in there, but I had watched that and there was somewhere that I was going with this and I completely lost track.
X-Men the West.
Oh yeah. So there was a video that I saw that mentioned the X-Men timeline, and I think it's pretty it's a pretty. When you get that explanation, it was like the X-Men timeline is not consistent at all. It's just vibes. It's just
it
vibes.
very much feels like the Terminator timeline in a lot of ways.
Which one?
But unlike
you got Terminator 3, you got Terminator Salvation, you got Terminator Genesis. Dark Fate.
Both have their own TV series too, that are included within.
Well, you see, that's the difference between Terminator and X-Men is that I actually enjoyed some of the movies that came after too in X-Men.
Oh damn!
That's fair.
But yeah, here's also the deal with the multiple. In this case, it's not really the diverging timelines. That's a whole other thing. That's more them complicating their own situation more than anything. But what I really want to bring out the transparency on is the time skips, which is mostly a thing in the rebooted timeline of James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender.
McAvoy or Stewart, these timelines are getting confusing.
Yeah. In that one, the whole gimmick was that they skip forward 10 years every movie. And while in that time, nobody ages.
You're right, the 90s one takes place less than 10 years before X-Men 1. Now look the most.
We're less than 10 years and nobody's aged in that time at all. I don't know, Michael Fassbender's graying slightly on the sides, I guess. I don't know.
The transition from Michael to Ian is not there.
Yeah, not at all. Not even the technology that they use to de-age them in the Jean Grey flashback sequence in Last Stand. It's not even close to that version.
It's like the transition from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show to A New Hope, where it's wait, damn, this guy, bro, he was stressed. He must have been stressed.
I thought that one was at least a little better. They had a better makeup department in keeping that part in mind, and we're not going too far with it.
I've said this joke once and I'll say it again, but considering how fast Obi-Wan ages is that's unrealistic. Well, he's in the desert and he's depressed and he's fighting the urge to kill himself.
Those factors cut in a little more, and the fact that we actually spent a lot of time between the prequels and the Obi-Wan show in real life, so they
don't got
actually physically aged already. So there's a little more of that he could put into both his performance and the makeup department could put into how he looked. In this case, no, they filmed 2 hours in between. Well, not 2 hours, 2 years in between movies, and it looked ridiculous by comparison. And not only in terms of looks, I'm not just focusing on appearances here, it's also in terms of chronology and characterization. Because in this case, the 10 years apart for each of them is to not know who any of these people are. Because if you do not know how these people are progressing, period, throughout like any of these films, then you do not get to know any of them. Like, Charles, Eric, Mystique, they all become completely different people where we had to catch up on them every movie because every movie is them at, completely different places in their lives at random. And we don't know why. We don't have any of the context in between because, we're 10 years ahead of that.
You know what's weird is that like the events around them change, but I noticed it around, Apocalypse where it's like the events change, but it's almost like the characters are still saying the same thing to each other.
Yeah, it's like nothing has really changed for them, even if the world has changed.
Yeah. I will say, Days of Future Past, that was an exception.
It queers.
Yeah, but that's only because that one was actually connected to the old timeline in the most unclear way, of course. But like that,
it all makes
dual
sense
performance
if you
of the
just
older
don't
actors.
think about it.
Like that dual performance of the actors.
That's been the MCU's motto for like years.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's standard operating procedure.
Yes. So if I may interject, Energetic Ray had a question. So we've seen.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we've seen the. The man himself, the legend. We've seen the. And Sir Sunman's here as well.
Cool shit!
Sunman.
Welcome.
It's the sun.
So what was?
It's the sun burning out your retina. How you doing?
What was Ray's question?
Yes, he was wondering, like, so we've seen the yellow, the mask with the white eyes for Wolverine now in live action, which is sweet. But yes, do you guys think that would work for Batman too? Because we've never seen like
yes, because we already have.
Absolutely.
It's called Dark Knight Rise or no Dark Knight.
Well, it's true. Yeah,
Dark Knight.
Yeah, but
Joe, I was about to say you shut your fucking whore mouth.
I wholeheartedly think eyes could work. Because they would look terrifying, which is what they're meant to look like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, especially if they did something like Origins, to where like every once in a while, since like Batman's more in the shadows, and you see like the reflection of his eyes to give like that.
Like
that would be so fucking awesome.
Dude, wait. I had a friend who did an animation for that, and he does have Batman with like just plain white eyes in the shadow. Hold on, I need to find that.
Valiant, I think what you meant to say was we already have that. It's called Batman versus Superman.
Oh, God.
Got a point.
Both of them are the same equivalent of each other, where they didn't really.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we got Ben Affleck to actually play like a Dark Knight Returns type of Batman? It would have been so cool.
That would have been so good.
All right.
There's so many. Oh no, I'm a Ben Affleck defender. I think that movie was terrible. I don't think
which movie.
Batman versus Superman. I think they're all terrible, but like Batman versus Superman was terrible.
Really quick. I find it very humorous that they made a Justice League cinematic universe and Batman never got his own.
Oh my god! Yeah, they like teased it and stuff with like that.
It's like the Hulk.
Everything.
Which I just think was for the best because they weren't doing it.
Glad you're
here, man.
Welcome. Glad to have you.
Hi.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, we're just talking about Batman and stuff.
The stealing.
We're shouting over each other, so make sure to shout as loud as you can.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Don't do that, please.
Man, this live stream is popping off.
I know, right?
Wow.
To catch you up, we were going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, but now we're really masturbating to Ben Affleck.
I mean,
per usual.
Have you seen Ben Affleck? It's a pretty understandable response.
I never said I was ashamed.
By the way, someone has the live stream unmuted in the background, maybe, or maybe somebody's audio is just leaking through their headphones or something.
Oh, that could be.
I'm just
me.
Maybe.
Okay.
I have it muted, so I don't.
All right.
It was me, bro.
Right. What shit?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, can we just diverge for a second and talk about how that meme is so bizarrely transcendental? Like it is.
Right? It just
on to such an insane degree. I've seen complete fucking normies just like going around Twitter just being like, it was me, Barry. Like, oh god,
it's universal now. Everybody has it.
Did you by any chance listen to our cheat day talking about the Flash, to where like like I showed up at the airport with a Flash shirt, and then we were like making fun of like saying like oh, it's the Flash, it's the Flash, it's the Flash, it's Ezra Miller, get him.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
There's this
It was me, Barry.
There's this
Oh
YouTuber.
god damn it!
named,
Copyright taken down the video.
Demiga. I don't know if you
That's
guys know Demiga. He
Oh yeah.
He gives him the N-word pass because he voices Reverse Flash.
Yeah. He has this hilarious video where he does it's just a meme video of Reverse Flash, and he just takes it to such an insane degree. You know, it was me, Barry. Let me tell you all about the ways that I ruined your life.
Oh god.
Yeah, it just keeps
You
going.
know, I wasn't the villain this time, Flash. It was you going down to Hawaii, assaulting women, texting underage minors. It was you, Barry.
Wait! Underage minors. What other kind of minor?
Not the overage minors.
Yeah, not the
Don't
overage.
want those.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like minors who
like,
mine, then
Oh, yeah, of course.
technically-
You didn't check my
crypto,
spelling, did you?
know, mining for coal, all kinds of miners out there.
But yeah, I slapped.
Yeah, what's your
thumbnail
Joe?
of
what's
the
your
video
favorite
in
kind
the-
of miner?
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh,
Wait.
Wait, what
There's
is
no
this?
good
Hold
answer
on.
to this question,
What
is
are
there?
you-
Guys, I think I joined the wrong stream.
It was sorry. Yeah, next door over.
Fellas, I think I might have joined the wrong stream. My career seems to be
Everybody
a little bit.
Talking about people that say dumb shit, it's just really funny. If you click on the pop-out chat for this channel, it's so funny, like, what has been preserved in the pop-out chat. We have, like, this weird collection of images from John back in, like, the start of 2023.
What, John, what do you do? What is this?
But, yeah, what is this?
What is
And
the
then there's that
context of
idiot
this?
who I practically bullied off the channel, and I have no
BRB.
regrets. I hate him so much. He's a dumb fuck. I'm glad he's gone. BRB. And then, Chris just nuked all
What
existence.
BRB?
Oh god, no, I hated that fucking guy. Oh, he's such a piece of shit. I hope
Which
you're listening
guy?
to this. Oh god, I hope
Well, I thought you meant
that.
Walton Goggins because Chris just posted the gif, and I'm like, I like Walton Goggins.
It's gonna be on the next live stream. Don't worry, you'll be there.
Oh god, oh man, I'll bully him there too. I fucking hate that guy. He's so disgusting, homophobic, racist piece of shit. I hate him so
Not
much.
Walton Goggins, by the way. The other
Not
one.
Walton Goggins,
Not
just to be
Walton
clear.
That's also why I stopped
no,
watching
I do not
Goggins.
know
Goggins.
who's anybody talking about. It's huge.
Not this timeless version of him.
Yeah,
Wait,
no, there's a racist,
The evil
homophobic
Walton.
version of Walton Goggins out there in the multiverse. He's like the
Oh,
darkest villain of all.
God, why did that just? Oh fuck! That remind the fucking multiverse thing that she said remind me of something that I was talking about with one of my friends yesterday. Oh god, we were
I hate
talking about
multiverses. They all need to go.
no, it's like actual multiverse. We were talking about fucking internet experience on Edge for whatever reason, and for whatever reason in my mind, it came out. A thought came up, a very vile thought. What if there is a universe somewhere out there where instead of Google, Edge took off, and instead of saying, "Give me a second, I'll Google it real quick," too.
Wait.
Give me a second. I'll Edge it real quick. And then,
Wait.
I don't know.
I don't feel like edging
Oh,
today.
God, why did that thought come up?
Whatever you do,
Here, let me bait to it real quick.
Oh,
whatever
God.
you do, don't edge your own name.
Man, God, that is.
You know,
I need to ask Jeeves something
there's
very
definitely gotta
specific.
be a universe out there to where like full brain rot is the common language. It's like where you have to learn English to work at airports. You have to learn brain rot just to work anywhere.
Brain rot
I refuse. That universe has died ages ago.
Chris, we need to do
rotted
a bit
away
of
into
content
nothing.
where we just have AJ say the most unhinged shit imaginable in his Norman Osborn voice.
Oh my god.
And people will confuse it for a review for the next episode of
Shit, would you
Spider-Man.
like
It'll
to
be
do-
great. Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we
we're-
already had the perfect April Fool's Spider-Man
I
idea,
started
but we're not revealing that.
I started the skibbity. Do you know how much I hedged?
Dude, have you shown?
I would like to start my first goon session.
For no, I'm being very careful with spoilers. Have you shown AJ the latest bit that I wrote for him? Let's put it that way. Have you shown it to him?
I haven't actually. Shit, I gotta do that soon.
Yeah, when are you putting up a casting call for that thing, man? Or have you made
it right now?
Yeah,
Pause
dude.
the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote you a little bit, AJ.
Yeah,
thing that's coming up, tying in with Spider-Man. It's gonna be cool. You get a cool end credit scene. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like this. You're a fraud, Spider-Man.
No. He's Norman Osborn. You gotta remember.
He's the man himself.
I love our Harry Osborn guy though. Holy shit!
God. I love Harry like as a character. He reminds me of like a super bad character. Like
that's what I'm right. That's actually a huge inspiration for me.
I love Harry.
Your first scene together is coming up soon. Like it's coming up. It's coming up.
It will not be like super bad, I assume.
It'll be super bad for Harry, at least.
Dude, I'm so excited for it because I'm really having fun with the Osborns in our project. Like it's you're both so amazing. And AJ, I gotta tell you, I can't talk about it on the live stream, but the places you're gonna go, man. I was just talking about it with Chris earlier today, so I'm like getting so hyped. But like, I a couple of weeks ago I told Chris with the final scene of season 1. If we get to do multiple seasons, but what the final episode of, I promise these are gonna come out faster. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I gotta get medicated. But
I'm not doing that, but I am gonna start getting these out
I should, but I'm not going to. But the final scene of season 1 involves a transformative moment for your character. And that's not a goblin pun. Obviously we're doing goblin shit. But it's a transformative moment, and I can't wait. It's so horrifying. I can't. Yes. It's so good. You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Yeah, I do.
He transforms into a yellow Camaro and drives out of Oscorp Tower.
Oh God! And then
it's true.
I was gonna say, you need some method act. Get some spider venom, put it into your system, and then just like let it burn your insides. And it's like, there you go.
Make you feel like Spider-Man.
I'm just like really sick and I'm like sweaty. My arm looks like all swollen.
Well, this is what I'll say for it's like a non-spoiler idea of where Norman Osborn is gonna go, because I don't feel like we've really had this.
Okay.
Osborn in the course of our story will become the Goblin. I don't feel like that's a spoiler. I'm not hiding that. Oh shit!
What?
Oh my God.
And season 2,
what
a huge component of it is Osborn finding out how much he really loves being the fucking Goblin, dude. Like he loves being the Goblin
bad.
so much.
Makes me happy.
Ooh! I have a question.
Go ahead.
We will. So we're more likely going to see Green Goblin. Will we see Red Goblin?
No, because I hate that shit.
Golden Goblin.
I don't. We might do.
I hate Golden Goblin, but I do like Red Goblin.
I don't see. Actually, I'm the opposite. I liked Gold Goblin. Gold Goblin was very well written. Very well written. It was insane how well written it was compared to the absolute drivel of.
I thought you were making this up.
No,
don't bring that up.
No, it's a real.
Let's leave it forgotten as it deserves to be.
It's really tragic because it's actually a very well written miniseries. And I don't actually have a problem with the idea of Osborn genuinely trying to redeem himself, because he should. The problem is everything surrounding it is bad.
Yeah, it's true.
So it kind of taints the whole situation. There are some people who,
especially that little thing about an alternative world and a guy
exactly
shall not be named.
Exactly. It's so funny because people always talk about the Gwen thing, and I'm like, that is the least horrible thing. Norman Osborn.
I know, right?
Plus, they retconned that recently to be his son anyway, so they're cool.
That's that's like saying with the Joker is with Batgirl is like crippling Batgirl is like that's like the least worst thing that he's done.
Yep. No, it's pretty.
In that story, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Well, did I ever buy this? No, there's a one shot. There's like a what if of Osborn getting the Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, at this point, who hasn't gotten the Infinity Gauntlet?
I've not read it, but I remember hearing it was really. This is a fun experience because I remember hearing it was really fucked up, but that it had an element to it that sounded really cool, and I'm like, oh, I gotta read that. And I don't remember what it was that made me want to read it. I have this thing. I hate when they do like Elseworld stories or what if stories, and it's just what if everything was terrible? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why would I want to read that?
Boring.
There's that
it already is terrible.
But yeah. What if Sandman blew up Spider-Man from the inside out? That's horrible. Why do I want to fucking read that? Oh,
you're talking about Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, Marvel Zombies 3. Why would I want to read that?
For me, it's the opposite. I do enjoy what ifs. They're probably my favorite Marvel stories of all time.
I like what ifs. I like what ifs. I just don't like the ones that are just torture porn. I don't understand. Like, oh, look how miserable everything is. Like,
it depends on how well it's done. Like, if it's in a unique way, I think I appreciate it in some circles. But if it's just everyone just dies, then I could read that on
to be
any
honest,
fan fiction
the
site.
original Marvel Zombies was good. Everything past that point,
well, maybe.
Wasn't the original done? Didn't they bring in Robert Kirkman to work on the original?
Yeah, he's the one behind that one.
Yeah. Plus,
that's pretty cool.
Any single story that brings in Ash fucking Williams and the Deadites into Marvel is a fun one.
Ooh,
that wasn't the original Marvel Zombies, though. Wasn't that a spin-off? Wasn't that like Volume 2?
I think that was like a crossover.
No, it was part of the lore. It is literally in there.
Oh shit! Okay.
That's so funny considering all the cameos that Bruce Campbell has in the Spider-Man movies.
It wasn't a multiverse crossover as much as on the Marvel Zombies Earth. There's particularly small differences. Mm-hmm. Ash Williams being in there, as well as Captain America being Commander America.
Colonel.
Colonel. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't Commander. I think it was a different.
We got the zombie scholar up in here. No, there's another one that I fucking hate, and I've not read it. I've just seen the pertinent panels on Facebook, and I know that I hate it. There's the one where Kingpin tricks Daredevil into undergoing this procedure that helps him see again, but it fucks him up, so he just sees unending horrors that are awful, and it drives him mad to the point where he rips out his own eyes. And he's just the end panel is just him blind for real, mewling like a broken man in his apartment, and then Kingpin walks in with a bat wrapped in barbed wire. Jesus. And he's like, "Hello, is someone there?" And it's Kingpin looking like it's Christmas. And people loved sharing that around, and I remember being like, "Why the fuck do you want to read this?" And I got, "Well, because it's a Halloween story." And I'm like, "Yeah, but what do you get out of it? What if your heroes were broken and beaten to death?"
It's like I don't know. It's there's something missing from that. It's like a half-assed Twilight Zone kind of thing where it's a blind guy wants to see, but it's gonna make him crazy.
It's like Darman.
He got a little crazy.
Blind man, tries to see, instantly regrets it.
You know what was a pretty dark story, but I ultimately really liked it because I felt like it had a point. Was the Darkhold Spider-Man book that came out a couple years ago? Did you guys read that one shot?
That one I don't think.
Read comics?
Oh, you can imagine people in this great group reading comics. But it's really good.
But yeah, it's not that one.
I don't want to spoil it.
I did hear about it though. But,
I'll just say go read Darkhold Spider-Man. It's a one shot. It came out a couple years ago. It's it's a dark storyline, but I think ultimately it's weirdly uplifting by the end. And I do mean weirdly. It's a very bittersweet story, but I think it works. but that's like kind of the one exception. Usually I just hate stories where it's like, what if everything was awful? I don't know. Why would I want to read that? Why I read superhero books? Do you think I want to read?
The only one that was like again, the only actually two that were done kind of nice was what was it? The Earth X? No, you know the one where everything was kind of like. Oh no! It was the Fall.
Earth X is the Nazis, so I don't really think that was where everything worked out.
Earth
No,
X
I think
is
he
not
said
the
Earth X.
Yeah, Earth X or Earth 10. That's basically the perfect world.
That's the Nazi Earth.
No, Earth X is not the Nazi Earth. Earth X is
it's the heaven planet basically. Everybody got the happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
For Marvel anyway, because for DC it's the Nazi Earth.
We're talking about Marvel.
Okay, yeah, thank goodness.
When you're talking about Dark.
I was worried I stepped into the wrong chat here.
I know, Hatter, you're trying to talk. You're really quiet, bud.
Yeah.
No. Oh no. How about now? Is that better?
Oh yeah, they're Marvel ruins.
Oh yeah, the War in
Oh fuck Marvel.
Yeah,
that was one. I do know about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very depressing, but it's done in a very good way.
By
the way,
Iron Man
Prime.
Darkhold, if you've read that before.
Oh, it's really good. Prime, I hope you're having fun. You've just kind of been sitting here, and I feel really bad because we're just like.
Oh no, absolutely. You guys are fun.
I told you we'd be yelling over each other.
Am I allowed to curse? I'm sorry.
Of course, wins.
Yeah.
Do you know how much I bet?
I find it so funny. This is only the second time I think I've ever been in a call with Prime, and I find it so funny because he's the nicest guy ever. But I have him playing like an angry, like fucking, simmering, like New Yorker as Eddie Brock. And I just find that so funny. I love it so much.
I really enjoyed doing the nicer, kind of. At points sane version of Reed Richards, but I mean Eddie Brock is so fun.
Oh yes, sounds like a fun character to play.
Oh, there's so much stuff planned for his character, dude. You're gonna have so much fun because he's gonna go.
That's been interesting.
In some places, and I'm really excited for it. I'm so glad you have fun with that character.
All I know is
it's a bit early to judge, but yeah, his performance is amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Hey.
I'm sorry I'm not quicker with the scripts, but I'm trying. Hey, they are massive undertakings. But
hey, I know better than most. I've been doing this for like 4 years and haven't gotten one out yet until.
All I know is I'm looking forward to pulling out that fucking goblin voice.
Yes.
We were talking about that. We were talking about that today. Yeah. That's I can say because nobody watches these live streams. That's in that final scene. Maybe we can get some goblin voice in there.
Oh,
yes. With his world famous line. You're too Spider-Man! Weed has been legalized!
Wait, hold on. Can I do that in my goblin voice?
Yes.
You're the one getting smoked, goblin!
No, it wasn't goblin. Yeah, it's you who's getting smoked, Gobby!
You're too late, Spider-Man! Weed has been legalized!
Bravo!
I can't wait! Dude!
Solid use of false scores, by the
way. Yeah, the overarching villain of season 2 is not really Norman Osborn. It's the Goblin. So you're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have.
I'm deaf now, but that was worth it.
Yeah, right. Oh man, it reminds me of Spectacular Goblin a lot. And I love Spectacular Goblin.
I love Spectacular.
Amazing Goblin.
Huge.
The Joker Goblin.
I just got back in, but
I'm the Joker, baby.
Which people mainly just say just because he laughs a lot, which is just like,
No, I mean, there's also the fact that he does in fact sound like a good chunk of Jokers out there.
Yeah, so that's also because they.
Come on, Spider-Man! Yeah. This is very much a Joker voice.
I will tell you, one of the best compliments I've gotten so far as a voice actor is last year I played Joker in a project for a comic for Russian Comic Book Geek. He still hasn't put out the full comic, but he has put out my bit as Joker in the first fifth of it. And there were people going like, oh my god, that guy sounds so much like Mark Hamill. And I'm like, I disagree, but thank you so much. Here we go.
Amazing.
Compliments.
You
You
really
ready to
think
play
so?
Hobgoblin?
Oh god, yeah, right, dude. I love his turn as Hobgoblin,
Oh.
even though he's just being Joker.
It's
Like,
so good.
it's just
To be fair, he did Hobgoblin first, but yeah.
no, that's not true. There's no way.
Yeah.
No fucking way. I'm not calling you a liar, except
Victor, we'll need you to blow the records.
I am.
Batman the animated series, which he started as the Joker in first.
Yeah, wasn't that 93? Spider-Man was 94.
Oh wait, yeah.
Hobgoblin. The Goblin with a far more imposing design, and honestly, I thought better design, but the one who just leaves
true.
so much less of an impression.
Okay.
So it's also ambiguous because of the fact that initially he wasn't doing the voice until a bit later, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was originally gonna be Tim Curry. You can still find clips of that online. It's wild.
That's crazy.
I have this low punny, Batman.
Something like Tim Curry voices is fucking.
So this is apropos of nothing, but I have to share this in the pop-out chat. Somebody. So I belong to a couple of Punisher groups on Facebook, and as much of a Punisher fan as I am, I'm like a sane Punisher fan.
There's not too many of those.
I hate all
yeah,
these
sure,
like
buddy, sure.
fucking stereotypical, usually right wing, angry in their trucks, like fucking Punisher. It's real. I say that because I fucking am in the Facebook groups, and I hate all of them because they never shut up and they're all cringe.
Dude, I'm in Florida and I see that shit all the time.
Yeah. Oh god, it's like no.
I could imagine Punisher fans in Florida.
Single truck as a Punisher symbol.
Yeah, almost. It's either
Punisher fans are usually quite
either Punisher, Calvin and Hobbes, or Salt Light.
Hence why I was a
Such
Thor
a
fan.
funny fucking conflagration of fans.
Hence
Just
why I
real
was a
quick,
Thor
so
fan. I will
somebody-
always enjoyed that comic where Thor just punches his rocker off.
They're always cringe about AI art too. They're all a bunch of AI art bros because they're all like, look at this cool AI art of like
that's what they're moving into lately.
Oh yeah, like lady, like what if it's
lost.
Lady Punisher? They go like it's Lady Punisher, and it's not Lynn Michaels, nor is it Rachel Alves. It's just like some random like porn model looking lady in a Punisher themed bikini, and all the dudes are like, oh you're like I hate all of you. But look at this piece of AI art. I'm gonna put it in the pop up chat. Look at this piece of AI art that somebody generated. And they're all giving it heart reacts and like fucking like thumbs up, and I'm like, this is why everybody they associate me with you, and it makes me so angry. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look in the pop up chat. Look at this abomination.
That is the word. Why the fucking tattoos?
Yeah,
I never had tattoos.
Man.
Right.
Like,
It kind of looks like my dad, though. Not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to accidentally insult your dad.
No, it's really funny.
Your father looks like an AI generated image.
Don't let Warner Brothers see this. If they ever get the rights up, they'll do this.
God,
like
this would be Warner Brothers Punisher.
You want to know something fucked up?
Chris,
Like something really fucked
put
up.
this on the video so people will know to stay away from this.
Let's not show them that.
So here's something kind of fucked up, right?
Go.
I have a next door neighbor, right, who looks just like John Bernthal, and he is like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think he actually is ex-military. This is my next door neighbor. He's like the nicest guy ever, and he has like a great, lovely little family. He has like 2 kids, a newborn baby, a really nice wife. And I'm thinking like, oh my god,
oh no, what's gonna happen?
He's just like one bad day away from like. I just kept thinking of like, dude, you look like John Bernthal.
Tell him to avoid public parks.
Yeah. Okay, but I can only relate that to one other thing in my mind, and I'm like, I hate that I thought.
All right, but there's just one issue with this. It's that John Bernthal's actually a terrible Punisher. So I mean, like, it doesn't fucking. I know.
Well, you know, Valiant.
Wait
Let me tell you something.
I mean, I think he's too lean. Punisher is way too
terrible
bulky.
Punisher in Daredevil season 2.
I'm sorry, Hatter. Can you say that again? I'm so sorry, buddy.
He said he's a terrible Punisher in Daredevil season 2.
Yeah. What?
No. I said he's not a terrible Punisher.
Oh, oops.
In Daredevil season 2.
Okay, yeah.
Punisher,
Yeah.
though,
Well,
that I agree.
Yeah, because he's not the Punisher in Daredevil season 2, except until like
Wolverine in the Punisher.
Oh, yep. It's so bad. And what I hate most, I've talked about this a couple of times, but like I hate the effect it's had on the character, because I still remember reading Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil, which is
totally
otherwise an amazing book.
Yeah.
But
totally
anytime he brings so this is my thing. Anybody who's like, no, John Bernthal is a perfect Punisher, I'm gonna say go back to the 80s and 90s when Punisher was really popular. Read those books. Then go and read anytime Frank shows up in the early issues of Zdarsky's Daredevil. And you'll read those books with, Zdarsky books, and you'll go, oh shit, that's John Bernthal. And then you'll look back at the 80s, 90s comics, and you'll be like, oh my god, that's not the same guy at all. This is terrible.
Hey, Valiant, can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up?
Let me tell you something.
Am I a Punisher?
Oh, yeah, wait, no, yeah. Hey, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? So for anybody who doesn't know the joke, there are compilations online of John Bernthal.
He's gotta say everything he's in. It's in his contract.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Ask you something. Let me ask you something. Oh, it's so bad, dude. Shit.
Going back to the Punisher being in Daredevil and like the different interpretations, I find it very funny because I say it at least from my perspective, but whenever like other characters are in other characters' movies, like say like Spider-Man and Black Panther and Captain America or Punisher and Daredevil, like usually for some reason, like
they're better in that.
Get those characters right, but when they get their own solo projects, like their own TV shows or their movies, it's like this isn't the character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's usually because the new hire. Oh, I want to make a name on this. I'm going to use this character to tell my own story. At that point, could you not?
I think it's also an element of, because this is a problem in comics. In comics, this happens too, not just in the movies. Like, because it's a running thing with Spider-Man fans that Spider-Man has been so mistreated for decades, but anytime he shows up, almost anytime he shows up as a guest character in somebody else's book, he's
JMS's like, Cap, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, we're reading real Spider-Man again for 5 pages. It's so good. Yeah, it's like that. So I think there's an element of when it's not the main book. Hey,
well,
Ricardo. When it's
actually, unless it's the Ultimate Universe, because they're actually treating him right.
Yes, this is very true. New Ultimate
which
Spider-Man
is scaring me because they're gonna do something. I just know it.
I mean, he made it through the first arc, but
they're gonna come again.
You just
it's not too early to tell. Frankly,
you don't. I think what happens is that when it's not the main character you're writing. So if you're writing Spider-Man, Marvel is standing behind you at all times with a gun to your head, going like, "You better be."
There.
Let me, like, listen.
You're right.
Like, listen. Fucking. I'm blanking on his name. Spencer, the good Spencer, the one who fucking almost fixed it. Was it Nick Spencer? Yeah. I keep getting Nick Spencer and Nick Lowe mixed up in my head, which apologies to Mr. Spencer.
Sorry,
so yeah, Nick Spencer almost fixed it once, so now never again. So now we're gonna watch all you motherfuckers like a hawk. And so you're very limited in what you can do, and you have to toe the party line, and if you stray too far outside those lines, the gun goes off. I think that when you're just like bringing Spidey in as a guest character, nobody's watching with that same fanaticism. So it's like you can just write Spider-Man. And he could just be what the character is supposed to be, and it's awesome. It's like coming home. And then you go back to ASM because you hate yourself, and it's like, oh god, no, fuck, There's a reason so many people come onto our audio drama and they go, oh my god, this is like,
Spider-Man?
Oh my god, shit. It's like, yeah, like every time I see those comments, they make me so happy. But yeah, no, I think that's
it's
what
also
it is.
treated in a very casual lens, where like, yeah, Spider-Man's just hanging out on a regular old day as Spider-Man, and not just in a continuous adventure where there's all these pressures of like, where he has to be taken in like 10 to 60 years.
Where Paul does not exist. He who shall not be named again.
And that's the thing with the thing of like people bringing up like, oh man, the Ultimate Universe should be the new universe forever, and it's like, did we learn
No.
nothing from the New 52?
Yeah.
Like, no, do
No,
not do
no,
that.
no, no, no.
If the new
Especially with the
Ultimate-
whole maker thing. No,
If the new Ultimate Universe goes on for long enough,
Oh,
it will drop in quality. That's
Exactly.
just inevitably how that works.
So fucking.
I want it to go on for a while. I would love it if these got
It's a
like
cool
really
new
long runs.
idea for like how it's starting,
it's not
but
exactly.
like
Yeah.
the
it's not even
idea
new.
of a pre-established universe where the audience has to pick up the pieces is inevitably not going to work out in certain
Mhm.
angles, where your creators are going to be confused where a certain character is at, where the only thing that was mentioned about them is that they died off panel 6 issues ago,
My
and
one,
like
oh, go ahead, sorry.
nobody knows about it.
My
Like
one
nobody knows if
strong
the
argument.
universe is pre-established.
My one strong argument against stuff like that, though, is I'm a big proponent of the idea, and I feel like more publishing companies should do this because they used to. Like back in the day, comic runs from the big two used to run for hundreds of issues.
Yeah, right.
And they would try to like catch you up. You'd have like those little footnotes,
Mm-hmm.
But generally it was like, no, you just pick an issue and you just start. But now, like, we're so afraid
So
of
many
leaving.
renumbers.
Yeah, and we're so afraid of leaving people behind. And I tell the
Well, plus
fans
they need to get the number 1 issue. Jump
you
with
wouldn't
money.
if all these like sales were not a pale shadow of what they were, and they might not be a pale shadow of what they were if you treated these characters with like respect and treated your fans with respect. But I will say, I feel like Marvel in one respect needs to tell the fans fuck them for their own good and be like,
right.
no, these are long running stories, just deal with it, just get in, just get on the train and read comics, and you will catch on to what's going on. And then if you're really interested, you can go back and go to your local comic book store and support them with your business, and you can go through the back issue bins like we all did. Like that's what comic collecting is supposed to be.
Hey,
But now we're
just as an example, any self-respecting TV show is not going to have 10,000 fucking flashbacks to season 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just
at a certain point.
saying.
It's gotta move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, except for today, but in terms of current streaming television.
You could just
I
well,
said
it
good.
goes into the argument they're always making about how like we have to reset the status quo because these comics need to go on forever. No, you can have them go on forever and not reset the status quo. I'm sorry. Like we can accept the sliding timescale and you can just keep telling new stories. If you can't find new stories,
It was why Marvel
it's time
was
to cancel the
better
book
than
for
the
a while.
competition.
Look at Image Comics and Invincible for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't really take them as the main example for it, since the whole point is that they don't have a sliding time scale and that their characters age and die and face the consequences in real time and don't have
I think he
this
just meant
iconography to them.
I think he meant in terms of them being long running, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I guess in that general aspect, it's I guess a good template that way. But in terms
no,
of
but
the
you're
overall
right.
setup,
You can
Invincible had different
do
reasons for
Spawn as well, but it.
Well, Spawn's
Spawn-
terribly written, though, is the issue. Spawn has cool ideas that are written like shit 90% of the time.
That's why I paused. It's Spawn, but it is Spawn.
Like
It's
once Todd
incredibly contingent.
McFarlane got over himself and went, "Oh, I'm actually pretty bad at writing comics. I draw them pretty good, but I'm terrible at writing them. So I'm gonna bring on other writers to like do my work, and then I'm not gonna pay them, and they're gonna get real fucking mad at me.
I'm just gonna say I'm very busy with making the toys.
I'm making the toys. These toys make more money than these comic books anyway.
Just leave me alone.
Oh man,
Get out of my basement.
I will tell you, I just bought off eBay a couple days ago. I bought the first 5 issues of Spawn, and going back to, I was so happy I found it. Yeah, and I gotta say, I love Spawn. I don't think it's well written, but I've talked about this on the server before. I love 90s Image comics, even the bad ones. I am going back
so
through
fun.
so much of these books because it's so exciting. Like they were like, fuck it, let's just try it. And I have a newfound appreciation for that extreme era now that I'm living in the now with all my favorite characters and all the bullshit they're going through. And I'm like, yeah, some of this is dumb as fuck because these guys are artists, not writers. But you know what? They're trying. They're doing insane shit, and
I
some
mean-
of it
I mean-
is way better. Witchblade, by the way, fucking slaps. I'm not
Oh,
saying
Witchblade, yes.
I'm not saying it's all great.
Whole.
Darkness, yeah, those two books, great. But I'm going back through Witchblade. I'm not saying there aren't problems with it. Like some of the writing is kind of gross with the way it handles women. The costume is fine though.
You don't say Witchblade has problems with right.
Yeah, right. No.
That
Here's
as
no,
the
no.
main
So here's my
costume.
thing. Here's my thing
Witchblade
about
or
Witchblade,
Killer?
because I've been reading Witchblade and I've actually made it my mission right now to collect all 188 issues. I've gotten a lot of them so far. I still have a long way to go. But and I'm not. I stand on the right to correct this later because I'm not done reading all of them. But I've read the first few so far, and I'm like, damn, some of this writing is really good, solid, fun noir detective stuff. Sometimes it's schlocky and dumb. Whatever. It's a comic book in the '90s. But there's so much like here, and I will take the hard position. The sexy, like barely there battle armor that the Witchblade becomes is pretty fucking cool. And it works. The sex appeal works. I think that if they had doubled down on it and tackled it from a more feminist perspective and like said something about it with like women's sexuality and, you know, the male gaze, maybe like if they actually harnessed that and tried to say something about it, it would have gone over better. But maybe not. It's the 90s. If you're trying to like push like a more feminist perspective, they'd be like, "Fuck this book."
90s feminist perspective,
but there's room there to like harness that and say something with it while still being like hot as hell. But Sarah Pazzini is an awesome fucking character. She's so fun. And I just wish that people see the art now. They look back and they see the art. And I understand it's kind of a barrier, but it's at the risk of sounding like a horny internet boy, it's just really pretty to look at, man. like it is. It's pretty to look at.
Horny.
It's pretty to look at, and there's so much fun stuff in those early books, man.
Press the horny button.
And hold on, I'd argue that the Witchblade armor is fan service done right and doesn't feel forced. Could be wrong though. Good point, Ricardo, in chat. I think that's kind of my thing. I'm going back and I'm like, I understand that I'm a man here, so my perspective is obviously going to be a little limited. But I'm reading it and I'm like, this doesn't feel. I've read fan servicey stuff where I'm like, God, I'm going to kill myself. Reading Witchblade, I'm like, this feels fine. Sometimes it's schlocky and dumb, but like on the whole, this is mostly harmless. I don't know. I think it's fun.
Well, I just decided to search up. Since when did Witchblade have an anime?
Oh, in the early 2000s. It's actually pretty fun.
This has been fun, but I do have to run.
Oh no! He's like, to find out how much I love the Witchblade anime, I have to get out of here.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I need to go find the Witchblade anime.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's
fun.
Take care, AJ. We'll see you
So
soon.
fun. Thank you, buddy.
See
Awesome here.
Good luck with the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the Witchblade anime, real talk, is actually really fun. It's a new character with the Witchblade, obviously based in Japan, you know? But that's one of the cool things about the Witchblade is it can pass from wielders, you know? So you can have all this stuff. And you can like have like new wielders and like new settings and do cool things. And they're like, cool, the Witchblade is just in Japan now. Fuck you. And it latches on to this like single mother who is honestly not a really great mother, but she wants to be. It's more one of those tragic situations where the daughter takes more care of her than she takes care of the daughter. Just because she's just kind of dumb and is just not great at making good decisions. But it's played for the tragedy it is, and she gets the Witchblade, and she ends up working with not Kenneth Irons, like just some new executive who's actually not that terrible. And he's like, if you need a job to take care of your kid, or like DSS is going to take her away, I'm going to hire you to wear this Witchblade and fight evil power anime villains. And I'll pay you lots of money to do it. And she's like, fuck yes. And that anime actually does.
Opportunity.
Yeah, the anime actually does tackle some things about female sexuality and parenthood and hi Iron Bat.
Hey,
All kinds of stuff like that. I'm not saying it does it well, but it tries, and that's something. So I actually recommend the Witchblade anime. I think it's fun. I think people should check it out. Yeah, it's if you think the fan service in the '90s Witchblade is bad, oh boy, it's anime.
I mean, come on, it's Japan.
Yeah. So you have to know that going in. I'll say this: if you're all pearl clutchy about the fucking Battle Kini bullshit in '90s Witchblade, and then you watch the anime, you'll be like,
maybe it's not so bad in the comics.
It's not so bad actually. You're like, shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Considering that every single writer in Japan is apparently a freak, especially the women. Yeah, trust me, it's gonna get bad.
Oh man, I don't know. I respect media that's honest about how horny it is. Like, I
can only respect it to an extent.
Yeah. Depends which one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the caveat of like it depends on what you're doing with the honest horny, right? Like, if you're being like horny. Yeah, well, you know what I mean, though, right?
I'm honestly exploiting my coworkers.
I have another word
I don't
for
know,
honest
Joe.
horny.
I think you're going to have to elaborate on what
High School of the Dead, I actually think is very aware of what it is. For those of you that have seen the anime,
the transonic titties, they are definitely aware of what they are.
And I think that I'm not again, it's anime, so it's almost never perfect in terms of its representations, especially of women and sexuality. But I genuinely think that kind of along the lines of what I'm talking about, I think High School of the Dead kind of fits that niche where it's like, yeah, we know what this fucking show is, but like, we're just gonna have a good time with it. And if you come along and you have a good time, everybody's happy. Like, even every woman in that show gets an opportunity to actually be awesome, except for the nurse. She sucks. She serves no purpose. I'm not defending the nurse. But
absolutely none.
Everyone else, also the fact that they made like the fucking Guntaku kid, like they're like, this is a school shooter waiting to happen. Thank God the zombie apocalypse happened because oh boy, Japanese Columbine was on its way.
Yeah, absolutely with that guy.
But yeah, no, I like honest horny is a fun niche. Bringing it all the way back to the MCU. God, the MCU is so sexless it hurts me.
It's true.
Holy shit, this is the least fucking like. I don't know, man.
Even when they were briefly on Netflix, it was kind of just the typical Netflix thing where like you have a ton of sex in the pilot and then sexless after that.
Like they kind of forget that half of Murdoch's characterization is that he fucks a lot, especially women. Especially women he should not be having sex with. That's a defining trait of Matt Murdoch.
To be fair, Tony Stark very lightly touched upon sexual things with Pepper.
Oh yeah,
Very
Iron Man 1 as well.
Yeah,
I'd say Iron Man and She-Hulk rightfully were kind of the ones who were the most sex involved in the MCU.
That works for me. I got a hair trigger down there.
He's like, I am having a great time. Look at this. Here we go.
That was good. I like that. But, everyone else kind of isn't.
I'm not saying it's like, oh, the biggest problem with the MCU is that it's not horny enough.
No horny.
There's lots of problems with the MCU,
there's enough like anything either. Vietnam flashbacks of Jessica Gao saying, "You know what's missing in the MCU? SEX." I'm not kidding. That's exactly what she said.
Oh. Wait, who said that?
Jessica Gao, the showrunner for She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, no, right. Oh god. Okay, I hate the discourse around She-Hulk. The show is bad, but
it's god awful.
It's bad for different reasons that a lot of people talk about. Like it's the sexual content is not what makes it bad.
Oh no. The fact that the actual story doesn't respect its fans whatsoever and makes no fucking sense is why it's bad.
Yeah, and the fact that all the CGI was made like under duress.
Yeah,
I mean,
the CGI being shit can be ignored if it was like a good story. There's plenty of good stories with shit CGI, but God, the fucking conclusion to that story, God damn it.
I will tell you,
was so bad.
The Daredevil stuff was great though. Like the Daredevil stuff was
That was
great,
fun,
and
yeah.
it's funny how different the show feels when Daredevil shows up.
Right.
It even feels like Tatiana Maslany is having more fun
It's like, finally.
when she has Charlie Cox to play off of. Like it's funny how secure the show seems to feel when Murdoch shows up, and you would expect her to break the fourth wall and get all defensive about how this is my show, but she's just like, yeah, isn't this show so much better right now? Like now that this guy's here,
Yes.
she doesn't say that.
They still fumble his character very badly, but at least something.
What were you saying, Hatter?
Oh, I said, oh, gee, maybe it's because she wants to fuck him.
I mean, yeah, I want to fuck him too. Shit. I mean, have you seen? Are you kidding me? No. Yeah. I don't know, man. How are we feeling about Born Again? How are we feeling about it?
Looks good so far.
I'm optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they got Vanessa back, I was like, "Yep, I'm on board."
And Karen and Foggy, you don't have.
Yeah, they're like, we have made a terrible mistake. We're sorry. We're fixing it right now.
My bad.
They were like, when I heard that originally they were gonna have the first 3 episodes be nothing but a legal drama, I was like, I admire your spirit, but I don't quite think that's the way you want to go. I don't think that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
Hey, if they can pull off some proper Daredevil legal stuff from the comics, might work.
I mean, so if we could have some of that energy from that one episode of Defenders and sprinkle it in between some Daredevil swashbuckling, street thug pounding action.
This is even stuff that Charlie Cox wanted. He wanted.
Make actually speaking showbiz types. Well, no, not showbiz. Show design stuff. Basically, make it actually focus on the legal stuff and interchange, let's say Murdoch is talking to the jury in court, and we'll just have Daredevil fighting people, getting evidence while the narration of Murdoch is going on. So it's still focused on the legal drama, but while we're getting the action of Daredevil.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun way to do it. I don't know if I would do that for the whole show, but I think
well, not the first show, the first couple of episodes.
I guess,
Yeah, I'm talking about those specific episodes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, something like that.
That kind of difficulty of Matt's life of balancing being lawyer by day, vigilante by night.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what kind of production would do such a thing, but
Oh, by the way,
on an unrelated note, Chris, what do you got for us?
I don't know.
Is there maybe a little preview coming, buddy?
I don't know. Maybe. Were you gonna say something or something?
The godforsaken Halo show is dead finally.
Oh
that's true. Yeah.
I don't even like Halo, and that show offended me.
and a certain someone wants to buy the rights to the show.
It's me.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Because I know how to do it properly.
No, it's Christopher Nolan wants to actually purchase the rights to the show.
Really?
Oh, really?
And that does sound delectable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I think it would be cool if he just kept the show going, but he's just it's gonna be good now.
It's guys, you can come back.
Nah. Oh my god, I literally want him
you
to
can't
come on
fix what's
stage
been broken. That show needs to just go scorched earth.
I'm going to be directing the Halo series, and it will be good. And everybody just loses their mind.
Except you're still not going to be able to hear a goddamn thing anybody says ever. Because Christopher Nolan just does not mix his audio at all.
Yeah.
He's terrible at that.
I love him for it.
Number one weakness.
Chris, I may have to bounce soon. I'm playing it by ear.
Yes,
but do you think I would love to be here for the preview? Do you want to play the preview for the fucking
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll be
do it. All right. Let's see.
I love hearing myself talk.
Yes. All right.
Can relate.
All right, I'm going to do that. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna deafen, but here we go. All right, so now that they can all talk about me behind my back and I won't even know it, here it is. This is the first preview for Daredevil. Let's see. All right, this is the first chapter. All right, let's get this. I was gonna actually show the second chapter, but we'll just go with the first chapter. Why not? Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the match of the year. Presenting the current heavyweight champion himself, the man who punches like a bullet train, the steamroller killer Carl Creel.
The crowd is electrified as the ugly, bald-headed Creel holds up his gloved fists in pride. He knows for a certainty that the heavyweight belt's staying around his waist. His opponent's an old palooka, a dead man walking.
And his opponent, the former heavyweight champ, the man who got knocked down a peg and then some by Creel, but may still have some fight left in him. The scrappy man without fear, battling Jack Murdoch.
Some of the older audience still have Jack Murdoch's victories ringing in their ears from yesteryear, but the new crowd don't know him from a punching bag. He's a regular fighter the company pulls into the ring when they need someone for a rising star to tenderize. Hardly no one cares, except for his biggest fan, a young red-headed blind kid who's clapping and cheering like there's no tomorrow. Maddie, his son.
Yeah, go, Dad! Knock this bum out!
Oh, the poetry of it all, ladies and gentlemen. This very day is the 4-year anniversary of Creel's ascension after he pummeled Murdoch. Will history repeat itself, or will an underdog rise up? Let's find out. And they're off, circling around each other like a pair of sharks. But who's the predator, and who's the prey? Oh! Creel tries to strike the first blow, but Murdoch's surprisingly light at his feet. Been keeping up those ballet lessons, huh, Jackie? Ouch! Better get a refund. Murdoch takes a mean jab to the jaw and another to the stomach, but he still stands tall. He dodges a lethal right cross and manages to start doing out the punishment. 1, 2, 3 hits to Creel's chest. And look at that grimace. Old Killer's feeling that wallop.
The hell's he doing?
Probably just making it look good, boss.
He's making it look too good's what he's doing. Come on, Creel. Knock this bum on his ass!
Creel's not out yet, folks, don't you worry. Jackie dodges a left, but takes a right cross to the face. That's a fresh shiner for you in the morning, buddy. Murdoch throws a quick jab, but Creel catches it and knees him square in the stomach. Murdoch's gasping for breath, but he'll find no relief from the killer. Creel lets loose a barrage of rapid-fire jabs and lands a mean uppercut to Murdoch. He's down on the mat.
Come on, Dad, don't give up! You can do it! Fight!
Even over the roaring crowd, Jack can still hear his son cheering him on like there's no tomorrow. His heart pounds harder, his adrenaline spikes. He's not going down a failure, no matter how much they paid him off. He has to be something for his son. That's all that matters. Murdochs always get back up. Creel, thinking his victory is surefire, isn't prepared for what happens next. Jack Murdoch brutally punches him in the gut, knocking the wind out of the ugly bald man. Then he throws a left to his jaw, followed by a quick right. One finished uppercut sends Creel down to the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! Winner! Battling Jack Murdoch!
I can't believe I'm saying it, folks, but battling Jack Murdoch's the new heavyweight champ!
Jack looks out at the sea of cheering people, but only one of them really matters to him. Young Manny has the biggest grin on his face. This is the greatest moment of his life, rushing into the ring and giving his dad the biggest hug in human history. Murdoch pays them no mind, but 2 men in pinstripe suits glare at him with daggers in their eyes. This wasn't how things were supposed to go down.
Never let anyone tell you can't do nothing, Maddie. You put your mind to it, kid, the world's yours.
Jack lovingly ruffles Matt's hair as the pair walk out of the ring. The crowd's still electrified by the surprise victory, while Creel still lays out on the mat like a bear rug.
How's about some ice cream, buddy? I'll take you down to Bernadette's, just as soon as something I can help you with, Slade.
He's a tall, scarecrow-looking schmuck with greasy, slick-back hair and a lopsided, toothy smile that makes him look like a vampire. Jack doesn't look all that pleased to see him, but he plays it cool.
Sweeney needs a word.
Murdoch's hands ball up, ready for round 2, but Slade pats his side. Jack can hear a gun rattling at his hip. Gun beats fists. He unclenches his fists and nods, kneeling down to Matt and holding his shoulder.
Stay here, Matt. I'll be right back, okay?
He pats his son on the back and follows Slade outside, taking one last look at Matt before entering the threshold. Jack feels the air chill around him as he steps into the back alley behind the stadium, and it's not from the gathering night, but rather his company. Sweeney waits in the dark shadows for his lackeys, the butt of his cigar illuminating his ugly, squashed face as he takes another puff.
Oh, so you can follow orders. Thought we had a deal now, didn't we, Jackie boy?
You thought wrong.
You couldn't have just laid down like the dog you are and take your beating, could you? Not even to clear your boy's medical bills, huh?
Fuck you, Sweeney. I'm done playing your games. I'm not some sack of meat. I'm the heavyweight champ. For the first time in my life, I finally made my son proud of me. And that's all that matters.
Well, I'm sure he'll feel real proud when he visits your tombstone. You should have taken the dive, Murdoch. Slade, paint the pavement with his brains.
You piece of...
Dad!
All right, my mic died for a second there. That was interesting timing. But there we go. Yes, that is the first official preview we have of Daredevil. Yes, that of course was Joseph Boslinski doing the amazing narration. We've got Ethan McCabe as young Maddie. We've got Nate Lodbrok as Jack Murdoch. We've got E-Man as the ref, and oh, no, sorry, there's I've got this cast out of order, so that's fun. Jeremy Tucker as Roscoe Sweeney, and that crazy guy as Slade. Now let's go back to these crazy guys. All right. How's everyone doing?
I gotta hug my cat.
Oh. I'm tearing up a little bit. Damn.
Oh, you're too kind.
It was a great job, everybody. Seriously.
Yes, those amazing performances.
I'm gonna have to dip soon, but yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you as well, Eve. I see you in the chat.
The
Well,
job
I
there.
do have to go, fellas. You have a...
Yes, it's been fun.
They're all dropping off. It's endurance round. Have a good one, man.
Yes, thank you so
Have a
much.
good one.
Bye.
All right, you leaving too, Victor?
All right.
Well.
All right.
All
The stream is ending. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and thank you for everyone.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
Before everybody leaves,
Yes.
Wolverine stabs Deadpool. Deadpool stabs him back, and then they're like the bestest of friends.
Oh, that's true.
Pretty much how I
Well,
figured.
I mean,
that movie
it
was
has to
gonna-
happen like 600 times first, though.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
it takes
I-
a little bit, but
All
Yeah,
I've
to
seen
the
of the
strong,
movie
you're the
so
one
far
that
is
I
that
want.
that one clip that was circulating on Twitter that was like Logan ranting at Deadpool in a very cathartic manner, and then Deadpool, I hear afterwards,
I'm gonna
Deadpool
fight
is
you
like,
now.
"I'm gonna fight you now." Like, I can't.
Yeah.
So good.
yes.
Ricardo, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yes,
Seriously.
thank you so much. Thank you, Eve, too, for being
Yeah,
here.
Eve, hello. It's always
You're
nice to
amazing.
see you. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes. You guys are legends. Thank you all for being here once again.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, too.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
All right.
So many thanks.
All right, shit. I guess are we? Is the party over? Are
I
we
guess
all?
so, yeah, this is the after party now. No.
I didn't realize literally everyone was leaving, but I guess.
I guess
We'll
so,
go
yeah.
on for exactly 15 minutes.
All right, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We can do 15 minutes. No,
Yeah,
this was
there
a
we go.
great live stream.
It was. Like,
Seriously.
everybody showed up, man. Like, oh my god.
I wish they were all like this because
Yeah,
fuck, that was
right?
really fun.
That was so fun. That was
You
one
know,
of my
it's
favorite
funny.
live streams.
This is literally my second live stream in a row for 2 days because yesterday. I'm
Oh,
not sure if
that's
you guys
right.
watched,
Yeah,
it, but yeah, I was on a X-wing just bitching about Star Wars, and that was
I
fun.
love it.
I just saw the @ in the server yesterday. I was like, "Who wants to hear me bitch about Star Wars?"
I do. man.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to rip into it as much as I'd like. But it's the time you share with friends bitching about Star Wars that matters.
I mean, and truthfully, are you ever going to be able to bitch about it enough?
No.
Like, the damage is so much. Like, it's so great that, like,
It's basically like a scar that keeps opening up every single year at this point.
Mhm. Every time they make new content, it's just like,
Here it goes again.
We're continuing with this. Okay, fuck. All right.
Aw, shit.
Here we go again.
Yeah. That's another meme that has transcended, and I just find it so funny.
Yes.
People who have never fucking played Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know who this guy is, but I like him.
Yep.
No, in all seriousness, I mean, it's kind of off topic, but Joe, you actually not seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't had the room in my schedule to make it happen. I'm actually very sad.
My goodness.
I hear it's well, I hear mixed things, but when I hear people talk about how bad it is, they just read like cynical to me. The people, the
Wolverine and Deadpool weren't kissing in it. 0 out of 10.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that does bring the movie down a smidge. But no, most of the complaints I see just read like people complaining that. And I understand this to an extent. It just sounds like they're cynical about the corporate underpinnings of the MCU, and I feel like they're transposing that like onto their feelings about the movie, and I'm like, I'm sympathetic, but you can't do that. Like, that's a terrible way to engage with media,
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that the best description I can give for it, and I really wanted to share it because I make myself laugh. I'm just so good. The thing is, I feel like the movie is like the story super, super weak to where but the entertainment is basically just Marvel porn. Because
right, yeah, like
it's just so many Wolverine and X-Men references, and then they play out said references. It's just like it's basically Candyland, like on your first.
It's so fun.
viewing.
I was told that it was basically a giant love letter to the Fox era.
Oh, it is. It really is. It's
Well,
beautiful.
it's fun. It's funny that you say that because like it is a love letter to like all like the Fox Marvel projects, but at the same time, there's a scene to where Deadpool literally goes to the camera and he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you," and he like breaks the camera and like spits on it.
Well, that's how everyone should engage with Fox as a company.
True.
So
It's true.
Yeah, don't forget
the
that
love-hate relationship.
Don't forget that they mangled the release of Firefly and then canceled it after one season.
Oh yeah. That we'll never forgive him for that one.
Yeah. Oh, geez, this show really underperformed. It can't possibly be because we mangled the episode order, and so people couldn't follow what was going on. But anyway,
it's not our fault though.
Yeah, we're just gonna cancel it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh no, we accidentally. You ever wonder about those companies that cancel a show and then they see it become a cultural fucking phenomenon,
They're like,
and they're like, "Oh,
it didn't work. Why didn't it work?"
It's kind of like how Disney. I wish I was a fly on the wall for like Bob Iger. Like once like Indiana Jones 5 was coming out, and then like they decided, because originally they said like the plans were to get Ki-Hai Kwan back to play Short Round, and they're like, no, we're gonna go in a different direction. And then like right as Indiana Jones 5 is coming out, that's when Ki-Hai Kwan gets an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. And
well deserved, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Bring him back. Call him, please. Quickly.
Oh god, when that was happening, I was literally posting. I was like, "Give this man whatever he wants. Like, just fucking he's earned it." Like,
speech was so beautiful.
Yeah,
So
just bring it back, bring it back. Like when that man was like, "Never give up on your dreams." For once in my life, I believed it. I was like, "Oh shit,
right? He's right." Oh, what a beautiful man.
Yeah, and he's been in like 2 or 3 other movies since then.
Yeah, he's in Loki season 2. He's really good in that.
Yeah, like ever since like Everything Everywhere just came out, it's just he's everywhere now again.
Yeah.
Yep.
All at once too.
Yep. it's like well, and the great thing is people know that he's beloved, so they're like, okay, we're just gonna get him in there.
Oh my god.
We're just gonna get him in there because he's gonna be great.
That's one up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. The Renaissance is real.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin as well because we're pretty.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, sir. It's been
Yeah,
fun.
I had a blast on this one. This was
This
a
was
really
really
great.
Yeah.
It was really.
I'm glad
everyone came
showed up.
out, freaking Robin and Star and everything. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, I
Crying.
couldn't fucking believe it. If we could have more of this on
We
the live
do.
streams.
Every
Oh
day.
shit.
We gotta do this every day.
Every
Oh, hold
day.
on. I just real quick. I just saw Dre's comment about Deadpool and Wolverine having 116 f bombs.
I actually wonder how many arts have. I think it's like
Oh yeah,
80 or something.
I literally saw a meme today that said that like the MCU canonically to this date has a 117 f bombs.
It's like just one from Guardians and then
yeah, one being from Guardians 3.
So I do have a question. This is interesting because I obviously in my work and in my speech I curse a lot, but
No fucking
I am.
way.
I am a believer in the fact that like certain stories and certain there is a time and a place for it. I might just disagree with some people about where that time and a place is. Like some of the commenters on our Spider-Man audio drama who are so mortally offended. I hope you saw that one comment where I dressed down that one guy and I just went like, maybe scream the things that you put in front of your kid. It's not my problem. That was great.
I love that. The first episode or the second episode?
I think it was the first episode.
But I think it was. Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, could someone put a content warning in front of these?"
No.
You'll find it if you just like go on and then sort by new. He's like, my 10-year-old son was watching, and Chris, was being a good dude, and he's like, sorry about that. And I came in and I'm like, yeah, no, maybe don't just assume that content's going to be fine for your 10-year-old because it has Spider-Man in it.
Right.
Like,
that guy strikes me as the kind of person who let his kid watch Sausage Party.
Yeah, like
say, hey, it's sausages. How am I gonna be? It's an animated movie.
Hey, dipshit, how about don't let... I hope you're watching this live stream right now, and I hope you're getting angry all over again. How about don't use technology to raise your children? How about you put some work in and just look? Obviously, this is not official Marvel media. Why would you just assume it's for children?
Yeah.
Why would you do
That's
that?
a dangerous game you're playing there.
Did you just find this and then you just clicked it and you just started
Spider-Man.
watching it?
Here you go,
What
buddy.
the fuck? What is wrong with you? Besides, your 10-year-old probably talks about how much you fucking suck all the time. He comes home,
or the kid has seen. He's already seen so many Spider-Man and Elsa videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. YouTube has already ruined him. Yeah. YouTube has already broken him forever. Oh yeah. We only have 77 F-bombs in our demo.
Yeah, we gotta do better next time.
We still gotta do. I will when I'm done writing Spider-Man 3. We're gonna do that Deadpool gag at the beginning.
Yes, please.
I had her. Chris and I were talking about this months ago. We were gonna write a very short skit at the beginning of Spider-Man episode 3, where we were gonna have I'm sorry, who plays Deadpool again? I'm blanking.
Jake Johnston, our man.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna try to get him back
Green Arrow
to play Deadpool again, and it's just gonna be like, "Hey, Deadpool here." There's gonna be swearing in this, and just like making fun of that recurring theme in our comments, and then we're gonna have Dre just kind of like come out as Spider-Man, breaking the fourth wall, and be like, wait, who are you? And then Deadpool's gonna be like, oh shit, we haven't met yet. Don't worry about it. And like, and just like fuck off. And then as he's leaving, all right, time to start the show. Like, I haven't written it out, but that's like the broad stroke, and I just think it's gonna be really fucking funny. So,
did you guys by any chance know who Box's production is?
Yes, back when I used to watch like the EFAP crowd and stuff. He's one of those people, right?
Yeah, there was like an intro that he did for, I forgot which video, but he was like informing the audience is like, just because I use puppets doesn't mean that it's safe for kids to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like,
that's the guy. Yep, the puppet guy. Yep.
Yeah, it was like a.
Man.
Well, he said something along like the lines of like, this is not a kiddie show. It's like, oh, hello there, autistic Andy. I'm glad that you got back after I fucked a hooker in the cunt. And he's like saying like as many like horrible
things.
like horrible things. Like it's like, oh, you fucked the hooker in the cunt. How much did she cost? I didn't have to pay her. She was dead. It's like, dead girls don't say no. And he's like, saying all this stuff just in case if anybody still has the video. It's like, seriously, kids, fuck off. The adults are talking.
Oh my god!
Well,
All right,
he went there.
I was about to praise it for like coming full circle. Like we began with hookers, we end with hookers, and now I'm like,
the hookers.
oh,
yeah. We started with live hookers, then we ended with dead hookers.
Oh.
it just means that Wayne Brady. It just means that Wayne Brady got to him. If anybody knows that reference. I figured of course Hatter knows the reference. It's an old Dave Chappelle bit, Chris. It's basically just like Dave Chappelle going out on the town at night, and he's with Wayne Brady, and of course Wayne Brady back in the 90s or whatever was known as being like super wholesome and like like the friendly family guy. And so the joke is, what if Wayne Brady were a monster? Like, and it's genuinely really funny. I'll have to show it to you sometime.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Oh.
All right. I'm leaving. Too many dead hookers. I can't be.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Can we
too many dead hookers.
All right, guys.
Cleaning out the evidence.
Have a great night. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you for
Everybody out
stopping by,
there
everybody.
watching the live stream, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Peace. Peace.
Bye. All right. Goodbye, Andrew. Thank you for joining.
Well, before you go, since I'm assuming that you've seen the Deadpool and the Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay. Just before we go, I'd like to ask what your favorite part was, and then I'll give you my favorite part, and then we can just fuck off into the ether.
Hey, yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I guess I should warn anybody that's watching right now that we're just gonna talk about it. So if you want to click off the video,
wait this far, we gotta warn people.
Yeah. This is the perfect time, like right at the end when everything has already been said. That's a good question because I like there's a lot of scenes that I like seeing the legacy characters is really fun. Like finally getting Channing Tatum as Gambit was quite satisfying, I will say. So fun. I mentioned it earlier in the video. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I like seeing Channing Tatum as Gambit, but I'm also now that I've seen it, I'm glad they never made the movie.
Oh, poor Channing. I just I mentioned earlier, but I thought he was just gonna just do his normal voice, but he committed to it. He went with the full Cajun accent. I was like,
yeah,
he's doing it, man. He was ready.
I'm glad that people commented on how when he's speaking, he just gets lost in his words. Like, what are you saying?
That was amazing. I love that. So that was very satisfying. The scene between X-23 and Logan was really nice too, where they're just by the fire and stuff. That was really sweet. But
it's funny.
Yeah.
Daphne Keane is actually old enough to be canonically around that age.
Right. Yeah, she's what, 19 or something, right? So it's perfect.
She's supposed to be that age.
Yeah, just keep her, please. She's great.
Don't let her go.
Yeah, she's gonna stay there until she's 90.
Deadpool whispers in her ear, "They're gonna make you do this until you're 90."
Yes. I love the bit. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what my favorite scene is, but I guess I do love them just they get together and stuff, and they at the end where it's all collapsing and the power of friendship, they save the day and everything. I think is a really powerful moment. So that was quite good. But what was your favorite moment?
There's so many, man.
Right.
I'll try to sum it up in. Okay, so a lot of the Wolverine references. That,
oh my god! Yeah, freaking the crucified.
Okay, that's exactly what I was going to get to. So,
God, that's so metal. Oh my god.
I know. The thing is, there were some that I didn't there were some that I definitely got, and like some that I didn't get. And the crucified one I didn't get, but like it's like one of those things. Like once you look at it, it's like that's way too specific to be random. That has to be references. So
yeah, just like a freaking hardcore Chris Claremont cover from X-Men. It's great.
Right. And later, I did research to show that that's like a famous Uncanny X-Men
it's
cover.
like 251 or something. I don't
Right. And so like, but at the same time, even though I don't know about this, like I'm just enjoying like seeing like how much effort they're putting in.
Oh
with,
my
like,
god! Just for like a few
and
seconds.
I just love, just for a few seconds. I love like how like all the other Wolverines are like just hate Deadpool showing up and like they want nothing to do with them. And then you see like the one that's crucified. He's like suffering. He doesn't know where he's at. He's like, we're going in a different direction. It's not you, it's me, and I'll see you later.
That was so good.
I think that was probably the one that made me laugh the most. I mean, I also like seeing like Henry Cavill as
that was
the Cavill.
great.
But yeah, I think probably the crucified one, where like all of these other Wolverines want nothing to do with Deadpool, and there's like this poor Wolverine, just suffering. It's like, you know what? Nope, never mind. We're good. We're good.
Yes, the freaking oh man, I wish we got to see more of the Hulk fight though. That was a fun little reference, but man, that would have been pretty sick if they stayed there a little longer.
I went back after I saw the movie and to catch like what, because I thought like, because Deadpool was speaking like really fast, like to put in a reference like as he gets whacked by the Hulk, and I was wondering
Isn't
if
that
he
the
was
suit you
quoting
fought?
yeah, and it turns out I was right, because like what he was saying like really fast, so Loki says, "I'm a god, dull creature, and I will not be bullied by it," and then he gets cut off. And so what Deadpool says is, "I'm Marvel Jesus, and you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by it." But he's like saying it fast because he knows he's gonna get hit.
Oh, I love that so much. Oh, that was fun.
I really did appreciate this movie. I'm not kidding though when I said before, like this just feels like Marvel porn. But then again, it's like, yeah, like you don't watch porn for the story anyway.
It's true, yeah.
I mean, we're there for the action, and that's exactly what I got.
Yeah.
And I was.
We knew what it was. We knew what it was. Yeah. We agreed.
Yeah, we knew what it was. We got dirty. We got in, and we came out satisfied.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Society will say that you need to be ashamed, but you know what? That's you're either living or you're not. That's on them.
Yeah, that's their problem, not ours. Man, freaking poor Johnny too. That was such a fun review of like, damn, you got freaking destroyed. I feel so bad.
I saw that. Okay, I didn't see like I saw that he was gonna get killed. I didn't see that he was gonna like.
God damn.
Yeah, all the skin cut off. I saw that they revealed that he was going to be that he was going to be Human Torch.
That's so good.
Was coming like a mile away.
Yes.
Because I saw like the wrappings where it shows like he's got like red wrappings and he's got like a blue suit, and like how slender he is. And then like Deadpool's like, oh, he's gonna say, and I'm thinking like, oh, he's gonna, yeah. And I'm here. He's Deadpool thinking he's gonna say, I can do this all day, and I'm thinking, flame on, flame on, flame on, yes,
yes. Oh, our boy, he's back, and now he's dead, but he's back.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid because he says flame on in front of Pyro, and I'm pretty sure he knows who Pyro is.
I was like, yeah, nice. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh god, that was so good. Poor Johnny, your boy. Rest in peace.
And I also do. I mean, it's stupidly simple, but I do really enjoy the end credit scene where Deadpool's like, "I'm sick of all these people saying that I killed Johnny Storm.
That was so
Here's
fun.
what really happened."
That was so good. Like it wasn't just like a setup for like Secret Wars or anything. Just a fun little thing at the end. I loved it.
You know what's funny? I noticed that Chris Evans had a lot more of a Brooklyn accent.
He
to this.
does.
So I wonder if
yeah.
it was just supposed to be a reference to him being Johnny Storm, and not saying it's like Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four movie.
That would be
but
interesting.
Who knows? It could be, but I do like that he committed to the accent, and he's like hurling a bunch of insults to Cassandra Nova, and like And you can quote me on that. And then like once you go back and watch the movie again, he's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that shit.
Totally a Johnny move right there. Gotta be honest.
Like I said before, for some reason, when other people do characters that are not the main focus, for some reason, that's the best
works,
interpretation,
right?
It
Like,
works.
I know. Oh, sorry. Welcome back. We're just about to end.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, you guys already ending?
Yeah,
Darn.
we're right at the end. But
We only
welcome
get
back.
on Wolverine.
Yeah.
Hello. My company left, so
Oh, hey. Did you
I
have a fun
decided to
time?
come. Yes.
Hey, perfect.
I did.
Perfect.
I hope your stream went well.
Oh, it did. We freaking popped off. So many people came. It was great. So we're really glad.
Yeah,
that
it's like
Awesome.
nowhere.
Awesome.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like never, no, like this doesn't happen like at all. So it's quite a pleasant surprise. So like people we've never like had on the stream before, like you know, just coming. It's great. So thank you.
This is you guys do this weekly, right?
Oh no, I
Or
wish.
monthly?
It's like every other month. Yeah, but we should do it more often.
okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Well, I mean, people would start tuning in more often. Most
That's
likely.
true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Get that monthly grind going.
Well, I'd be happy to join another one, even though I don't really know much about comics, to be
We'd
entirely
be
honest.
honored. It's always great having you. Yeah. Well, this is the first time, but it's been great so far. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Oh, you're very sweet.
Like, what you recorded did Wolverine.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't like really going to theaters because they're just too loud for me.
Ah, that's fair. Yeah,
And I have a
especially, like,
service
those
dog,
types of movies
so
too. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair
so
point.
I'll probably wait till it comes out to see it.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad the stream went well.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best streams we've had so far. So that was really sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. Yep. Probably the best and may get better. You never know.
Oh man, true.
It's because I was here early.
Exactly.
Just kidding. No. I was here for maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh no, I think it was longer than that.
Maybe. Not sure.
Oh man, we'll have to check the footage. Look back.
Oh, by the way, I decided to, in
you gotta-
honor of your third eye picture, I decided to go with that theme.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
I'm glad I could inspire you.
Yes. Oh, it turned out so well. I love it. Oh. There we go. All right. Well, I guess that's unless you had anything else to say, either Star or Hatter. I guess that about does it. Yeah.
Subscribe.
If you want to listen to the rest part, yes, subscribe. Share with all your fucking friends. And if you want to hear our actual thoughts, then this video is going to need at 1,000 likes for a movie review on Deadpool Wolverine.
I'll get on my alternate account so we can make this happen.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to give it a like for you.
Oh, you're too kind.
3.
Oh man. And make sure to check out Apex and Apex Shadow and
yes,
Volume
check out
Shadow
Apex
Productions.
Shadow.
Do it right now. And the stream is over. You got nothing else to do. Please.
And I have something coming up on my channel. Hopefully soon. So
yes, check that out.
For
too.
right now, I'm probably gonna start uploading like shorts of art. But fingers crossed that within this year, I finally finish this project that I've been working really hard on. So
good luck. I'm excited.
Val is in it too.
Yes,
so,
the man himself.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sweet.
The boss man.
The boss
Love that
man.
guy.
Yes. Oh, that's so exciting. We'll have to make sure to share that around. Yes, when it's out, that's gonna be so cool.
I hope it comes out soon.
Yes. Oh, good luck. Good luck.
All right.
Well, there we go.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Both of you and chat. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.